Yes, well, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Sky Blue Fans TV. Wow, that was a shambles on Tuesday night, but hey, we're going to have a little chat about it during the show this evening. Have we all recovered from it? Because I know we all went on a bit of a rant on Tuesday. We've slept a couple of nights since, and I think we've all calmed down a little bit now and soaked it all up. And hopefully, some of your comments that come in tonight will start being a bit positive as we look ahead to QPR as well. And is it a must-win game? Who knows? Is this a must-win game? It is one of those where I think we cannot lose. That is my point on this one. So if we get a draw, happy days. But is it a must-win? Who knows? Will we see any more signings between now and Monday? Yes, we've just signed another winger. Oh, my days. Another winger. You can't believe it, can you? We've got some stats on that as well. And maybe Frank Onyeka, the midfielder from Brentford, might be announced tonight. Apparently the deal's done. Who knows? It could be announced tonight while we're live on air. So if anyone's watching, keep an eye out for us because we can't do it while I'm on air unless Claudio can do it or Vicky can do it. You never know. And we have a very special big birthday announcement to make to Jamie Allen today. He's had a tough week with a funeral in the week and we want to wish him a happy birthday from all of us here at Sky Blue Fans TV and from all the Sky Blue Army that watch the show as well. We got a special guest joining us. Yes, he was on the Traitors. He was a faithful. He wasn't a traitor. We've got James joining us tonight. We're going to find out how he become a Cov City fan, what the Traitors is all about, because I ain't got a clue. Honest, I really ain't. I watched two shows. That's it. The semi-final and the final I watched because my missus was watching it. But I did enjoy it. There you go. I did enjoy it. So it was pretty entertaining. So we're going to get to find out what that's all about and how he become a member of the Traitors and how he got into the house. And we've got our QPR fan as well, regular fan, Jared, joining us. Anyway, that's enough from me. Let's get the crew in. Let's get them all in. Good evening to Vicky.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine. And we've got a traitor in the house, Claudio. Good evening, Claudio.
Good evening. You're not meant to know who I am.
He looks more like the Emperor from Star Wars.
You've blown the cover.
And his pale face.
That's way too hot.
It's way too hot. And here he is. Yes, he was in the Traitors. And let's making his debut tonight. Good evening, James.
Good Abend, folks. I wish I had Claudio's hood. I tell you, I wanted to be a traitor. Anyway, yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sky Blue Army.
Hello. Right, before we start, James, we do a thing on this show which we call Spot the Ball. Okay, your granddad or your dad probably did it weekly. And tonight we've got two great prizes. It's from Take Me Home Highfield Road website, but also he's got another website which is To the Place I Belong, and it all links together. And tonight we've got this scarf, beautiful scarf, and we've got this beautiful mug. Okay, this is up for grabs. All right, this is up for grabs tonight. So James, you've got a chance of winning this tonight. Okay,
I can't win.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So I think Vicky's going to do a spin the wheel, hopefully. Here we go. You got to guess where the ball is, James. Right, have a guess. Where do you think the ball is to win this wonderful mug and scarf tonight?
Right, I'm going to go number 12.
Number 12. Okie dokie. Right, that's number 12. Claudio, the traitor, are you going to have a go?
Yeah, I'm going to say number 1.
Number 1. And Vicky?
Number 3.
Number 3. Brilliant. Right, so get your guesses in, guys. You can win this wonderful scarf and mug from Take Me Home Highfield Road website. Also To the Place I Belong. Look at that. It's brilliant. Now, I have got some... Oh, it's ace, mate. They do brown ones. He does sky blue ones. And I've had some information. He's going to be doing woolly hats soon as well.
Cool. I need a new woolly hat.
They look good. They do look good. Right, then, let's get on with the show then, because everyone's going to be talking about the old Norwich game from Tuesday. But first of all, we're going to get to know James. James, if you don't mind, we're going to have a little chat with you. And, I mean, you're how did it all come about? because you live in Weymouth, lovely part of the country by the seaside. How did it all come about to become a Cov City fan?
So, I always had a little place in my heart for them. I don't know why. I think it was to do with my family growing up in the Midlands. They were dotted around. I won't mention some of the places they lived. They were, let's just say, they're not as nice as Coventry, and they're very close. We won't dwell on that. Anyway, out of all those Midlands teams, my granddad was a Villa fan, and obviously I'm not that daft. So my mum had Coventry links. I loved Peter and Love. And I just first person I saw, I'm like, well, that's a cool looking surname coming up on Final Score, And then saw a picture of him, saw him playing on Match of the Day. I'm like, this guy's amazing. This little wing wizard, running. And I love the kit. Something about that Ribeiro kit just, don't know, spoke to me at like 7 or 8 year old. 7, I think I was. Premier League sort of 93, 94 era. Completely hooked on them. The trouble is, I used to play up front when I was at school. I loved doing the old Cantona colour up, and everyone supported Man United. I was like, no, I love Cantona, but there's something stopping me doing that. I don't know why. Underdog fever or something. I don't know. And then a lot of my family are Liverpool fans, like everyone is. And they kept buying me the replica shirts because that was my weak point. I really wanted that Ribeiro shirt. And I think, times were hard or whatever. I missed the boat. I got given a fake one. It wasn't very good. I kept getting all these Liverpool shirts, candy ones, hand-me-downs from my uncle, all these cool shirts. He really forcing it on me. Peer pressure. And in the end, I stood up for myself. I said, right, on the night of, what's his name? Not Martin Winch, who's the other one who does all the stats? Rob Gurney. Where's Rob Gurney? He'll know. He's like the Motti of the Sky Blue Army. A 19 party. Yeah, we need Rob Gurney. Get him on speed dial. But anyway, we were playing at Anfield. My uncle, Martin, was incessant. I said, all right, we'll settle this once and for all. Quite proud of myself, aged 8, standing up myself. We'll shake on this. Whoever wins this game at Anfield, I will stick with that team forever. I'm not even sure if I meant it, but I think I did. I thought it's not a good bet, is it? Liverpool were good at home in the 90s, even though they were quite good at Anfield, but not very good anywhere else. A bit like the Sky Blues at Highfield Road. And now, actually, they're really good at home, but don't even bother with the away games. And, I don't know if you remember, it was a tight game, but Unlove netted a hat-trick. First player at Anfield on getting possessed by Rob Gurney. For 44 years, to score away player to score a hat-trick, I think it was. And that was it. I'm like, this is meant to be. I loved Unlove. I loved that era, everything about him. And that was like, done. And my uncle couldn't argue with that. So I stuck with them ever since. Eventually, got up to Highfield Road, let me think. Wasn't for a couple of years. Against Liverpool, there you go. I went a fair few times. I saw them in the Premiership at Highfield Road, which is on my bucket list, even aged whatever I was. And have been ever since, I always make the pilgrimage to the Rico that it was back in the day. Then I have kids, so you can't do it as much from Weymouth. I do all the away games in the south every year. I make sure I'm allowed to say I contact a few season ticket holders. Do you want your points in case we go to Wembley? Can I have your... That's worse than the Traitors reveal. Sorry. I somehow find tickets. I always go to the away games. Never sit in the home end. That's just naff. I can't do that. And I get up a few times a season. I still do now. And I follow every game on the radio or on television, so I don't miss a beat, even from the south. Yeah. So yeah. And then during COVID, I was telling Claudio briefly when we did our 1-2-1-2. I had a lot of the replica shirts from a family friend that was a Cov fan, still is, hand-me-downs, and I got a few of the old Peugeot ones. I found when I was clearing my attic out, oh yes, the old, one with Dublin on the back, 96 Peugeot one. And I thought during COVID, I was still doing my gardening because I could go out and work doing that. You see, I'm social distancing. I'm outside. Doesn't matter. Whatever, Boris. So I can carry on doing that. I started thinking, all right, once a week or once a month, I'm going to go on eBay and start buying these shirts. And so I did. And I think I'm missing from the Ribeiro era. I've got every single one. God, I paid a princely penny for that away one. And the red one. The red one and also the gold one. I got Wegley on the back. I was like, 189? I'll have another drink. It's whatever. Press send. I've done it now. Too late. It's one of those. The only one I'm missing is the Subaru 03 era, yellow one, I think.
Oh, right, yeah.
And a couple of the ones when we were in League Two.
Bright yellow and blue. Bright
You
yellow
got
and
it,
blue.
that one.
Yeah.
Mo Konjic was still there then, I think. I always picture him in it. I don't know why. But I'm missing a few of the League Two away ones, but
you don't want them. You don't want them.
They look like a Tesco bin liner bag. It's the Tesco stand in a T-shirt.
That was the year we got relegated. The Tesco one, white home kit. Oh my days! Seriously, whoever come up with that idea?
It was the same kit as Malaga's, wasn't it? It was awful.
All template rubbish. All
template.
So you're talking about kits. You've had one made there, haven't you? Is that one you've had made by the side of you?
Spotted. Yeah. Let's tilt it. Ready? Oh, technology.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, so there's the Ribeiro story. To round it off nicely, I started my garden business, 2020? And quickly after a couple of years, it's like, what would be really cool? Like, the Ribeiro thing. I was buying all the replica shirts. It was in my mind at the time. I looked up Ribeiro. They're still running. I think the guy must have bought the name or whatever. Anyway, they're still running. I just wrote to them one night and said, here, I've done this sort of design of the classic Coventry Bird Poo Ribeiro kit, which is Marmite, isn't it? I don't know what you lot think. I mean, hands up if you like it. I mean, not everyone does, do they?
Love it.
Yeah. Everyone loves it. Oh, yeah.
Red and blue. Love it.
Oh, it's just so good visually. I remember when we played Norwich and it was like, this is like looking into like those kaleidoscope things. It was like, wow.
Well, Norwich had the same kit.
Yeah.
Norwich had the same kit, but yellow and green.
And Burnley had one at the time as well.
Oh, yes, they did. Yeah.
Theirs was a bit mucky, but ours looked really good, the two against the white. And anyway, I wrote to them, sent that pretty much that design, just with a crayon, went over it in green. Like, can you do that? And for my business, and they went, yes. Okay. And I ordered, and I've actually sold. People have asked me for them before and since the Traitors. And because they're like, what the hell? So it's probably really collectors. I just get them all muddy and dirty, but I've got like 50 made.
So have you got the Cov badge on it, or it's your own logo?
Weird enough, I've got my own. So I'm a musician. I write songs and that, and mess around with that as a hobby these days. Really, that's like my. Let's get it. Can you see it? Let's have a look. Let's get it closer. So there you go.
Oh,
that's my JAJB. That's my James AJ Baker. That's me. Very vain, I know, but my mate did the logo, and he's like the clever techno one that did all this. I just sat behind him and went, "Do that." There's the Ribeiro, and that's my company, Green Baker Gardening. I say company. I'm a one-man band, really. There you go. And on the back, because it was 2020 when I started the garden business. That's the record. The very small record label I'm on. Put the teeth in. 2020, and that's SADS. It's something I invented. Don't know if you remember the rock band Pulp. They had a song, "Feeling Called Love," all in ... all capital letters. That's one of my songs, written about a dear family member of mine who's sadly no longer with us. And I wanted that on the shirt as like a tribute. And that's that story. SADS SOS. Brilliant. Available on all good YouTubes right now. If you want to listen to it.
That could actually be a Northern Ireland kit, couldn't it?
Oh, it could be,
Yeah.
I don't think I own the rights. Ribeiro's probably got that. But
yeah.
So to have that made, did that cost you as much as what it does to buy a replica shirt?
Yeah, it probably cost a bit more. I think if I wanted to get the money back, actually it wasn't too bad. I think it worked out about 38 quid a shirt when you break them down.
Yeah, standard.
But it's more. I'm not one for HRMC plotting, but I was like, I can afford to buy a nice. I've probably got this amount of money to spend. Otherwise, I'll just give it away. So I thought, let's do that. Why not? And I can't believe it happened, to be honest. It's mad.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And it's a real conversation starter because a lot of people go, Cov, Norwich? They'll guess. They'll see the shirt.
Yeah, it's good. That is good. That Unloved game, I was there that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was because
I remember coming out the ground and the Liverpool fans were saying how good he was, how good Unloved was, and what a great player. And I'll tell you a story before that. We went into this pub near the ground. I went with some friends. We went in this pub, and everyone's heads in this pub turned. And it wasn't an away pub; it was a home pub. And we were like, what we done here? Anyway, we said, sod it, we're in now. We're gonna have a drink. We walked up to the bar, and we're all on Guinness. So we ordered 4 pints of Guinness. This one Liverpool fan comes up. He says, I'll get you them. And we're like, hey.
Is it Jan Mulby?
No, it weren't. I don't know who it was. But he goes, I'll buy you them. And he bought us a round of drinks. He's a Liverpool fan. He says, you're more than welcome in this pub anytime.
Love it. They're all right, the Scousers, aren't they? They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
they're good.
They're good people.
They're good. So what have you made? So what have you made to the season so far? Obviously, you've been locked away in the Traitors' house, so you probably haven't seen much of it. But I mean,
he's not a fan, is he? Don't know. It was done in spoiler alert. It was done in spring and summer.
I know, but I didn't know if I was allowed to ask you that one.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm squatting around Weymouth with my spade, and they're going, shouldn't you be in Ardross? You must be out. I'm like, it's snowing in Scotland right now. I was wearing t-shirt and shorts. Come on, do the maths. Yeah.
No, I know it's pre-recorded. I didn't know if you were allowed to let that one go.
I've done it now. Too late. Whoops.
So what have you made to the season so far compared with the last few seasons?
Oh, I mean, stuff of dreams. Part of me almost wanted Mark Robbins to still be in charge to be doing this, like in some blind loyalty. You shouldn't have that in football. I just think he's from League Two to losing 2-1 home to Worcester in the FA Cup. Like, what? In front of, like, I was at that game as well. What? I don't know how to pick him, honestly. I'm cheering a Redder Johnson consolation goal. Is this what it's come to? Wow. Yeah, you know what I mean? From that to, as you know, wow. From that to, like, you know, Wembley Gate twice is incredible. I just wanted him to just have a shot. But, you know, football moves on and he'll always be a legend. He's eternal, isn't he? He'll always be a legend. Frank's come in. I was a bit pessimistic, if I'm honest, at the start. I thought, is that another owner seduced by a big name? You know, I did know Lampard's a smart guy, and I did do a bit of due diligence. Mr. Edwards, his assistant, is very highly rated and a bit like Leon Rossini, like Rooney said, Rossini is the brains. I'm not saying that's the case with Joe Edwards. Is it Joe Edwards? What's his name now? But yes, it sounds like Lampard's humble enough to know that he is the man. He found him in the Chelsea under-21s. Like, wow, this guy. So I was quite okay. I'd heard good things about him. Lampard's been great man manager, clearly, like just saying the right things to like someone like Ephron Mason-Clark. You know, is he going to make the step up? He's taken a bit of time, but I think he's brilliant. He gave a lot of the old ones a contract, didn't he? Like bidders, who I love, Sakamoto. You thought he might come in and be a bit, it's my stamp. I'm going to put my stamp on the team. This old manager's been here for years. I'll gently dismantle. He hasn't done that, which I really respect him for that. Made some very good signings. Got us playing some fantastic football. Let's, you know, tonking everyone 5-0 willy-nilly. It's been amazing. Like, it gets a bit nervous now. Obviously, we're not winning 5-0 every week. 4-2 away at Middlesbrough. I'm like, I'm a bit peeved Middlesbrough scored too. I'm like, we're spoiled, you know. But now I'll take that now. But it's been possibly the best season I can remember so far. It's getting, as we all know, here's the wobble. Every team does it. My missus is a Leeds fan, and she's the only Leeds fan I know isn't 25 stone and a skinhead. I'm joking. I shouldn't be generous. That's not true. That's not true. In the south. But she says, you will get this slump. You will get this. And I knew we were going to get this slump. So it makes it all the more important that we had that amazing start for me. And I really think the goal difference will be crucial for us, because it's like an extra point. And unless we're not being as good defensively, but we're not going to get hammered by anyone. We finished Ipswich. They just had our number. We haven't got to play them again, and we've still got a cushion over them. So in my mind, they've got to catch up with us and get more points than us, because that goal difference is key for me. I think it might come down to that.
You mentioned Leeds, James. I think they went 9 games without a win over Christmas last season. They still got promoted.
Exactly right, mate. And that's what we've got to bear in mind. And every time you think, Ipswich, they've kicked into gear, Mrs. Parachute Payments helped her out again. No, they just, losing to Oxford randomly. And like, no, I don't think we should be as worried as, we all are. Of course we are. We're Cov fans. Like, you know, but the other teams don't, like Middlesbrough, up and down like that, you know. So I think keep grinding.
I reckon if we'd have had this, if we didn't have had all those games we won, 10 out of 11 or 11 out of 12, if that was more spread out, we wouldn't be so concerned. It's because we were so far ahead, and it's kind of just leveled out a bit, I think. Basically.
Exactly right. And it's leveled out, and we're still, what is it, clear of third place with, as I said, 8 clear with a goal difference, technically 9, if we're being go by my twisted logic. Don't go on my logic too much. You saw me on BBC One throughout January. Not always the most sage advice, but I do think it'll be crucial. And it's psychologically massive. Like, we've got to overhaul them. We can't be level on points with them.
Yeah. I mean, it is wonderful. It really is a wonderful position to be in. But I mean, there's something in the back of my mind. Keep thinking, are we going to blow this? And I really hope we don't. But I think I've had a long think about this since Tuesday, and I think a lot of it is to do with none of these players have been top of the league before, and you know,
Wolfenden.
Yeah, Wolfenden. Well, yeah, with Ipswich, I suppose, coming up the ranks and through League Two. But that's about it, isn't it? And he's not kicking. He's not kicking a ball, is he? So you know, it's very difficult. And I think, you know, when you're coming up against the Norwich team, who's had a great couple of results away from home, their away form has been brilliant recently. The home form's been poor, and then you go and lose to a team that last time they come from a goal behind was against us a year ago, and you think, oh. At to be us.
Yeah, they're all Preston, aren't they?
Yeah, and I was just waiting for a goal scorer that hasn't scored for about 4 years to bang the winner in, sort of thing. Because that's how the game sort of read when you think about it afterwards. Because it happened against Birmingham, it's happened against a few teams where a player haven't scored for 3 or 4 years. Play against us, lo and behold, they go and put it in the back of the net.
Is that Ewan Roberts they're bringing off the bench? They are taking the mick now, seriously. Come on. Jesus.
So, I mean, before we talk about Tuesday, because some comments coming in, we'll get some comments about the Traitors as well. How did it all come about then, you getting into the Traitors? So
basically, I was an anorak, a big fan. When I'm into something like Coventry City or like music or the Traitors, I'll go gung-ho on it. And I got into it quite late. I was a bit of a snob, I'm not going to lie. My missus was like, watch this. I'm like, oh, the BBC's got reality TV now. That is low. I'm not paying my license fee. You know, no. Anyway, just give it a try, because I like the odd like retro, like Midsummer Murders-y sort of stuff. And I used to play a lot of poker when I was younger and did quite well. Sort of earned a living for a bit before you have a family. I'm like, I can't really go into salubrious joints at 4 a.m. playing cards. You know, it's not appropriate. Even though I was doing well, I was earning a good living. Anyway. She said, she pitched it to me. Trust me, you'll love it. It's like Midsummer Murders meets poker. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a chance. You know, I trust your advice. You know, she's put up with me for now 16 years, and me vice versa. So, you know, I listened to her, and I watched it within 5 minutes. I'm like, wow, this is probably one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. I'm completely hooked. I've watched every iteration, all foreign language ones. Just a big fan, and then. Just for a laugh, I thought, let's apply. You know, not a deluded fool. I thought, there's no way they'll let some reprobate like me on there. No chance, you know. And I did it. My stepdaughter, who's quite good at the media, she's 21 now. She filmed a little skit for me. I mean, for the fans of the show, I can tell you kind of what it was about. I was sat in my chair and I made myself look all young. I went, hi, I'm James. I'm 28 from Weymouth. Oh, it sounds like Blind Date. Anyway, I'd be good. Number one when I was born was Celine Dion, 1996. A friend of mine said his was Berlin, Take My Breath Away. 86, that makes him old. Anyway, cut. I opened the door. We have a yellow chair that looks uncannily like the chairs in their sort of diary rooms with a letter on the chair. Open it up. Oh, what's this? A spoiler. Have I been murdered? No. James is actually 38, has teenage children, and runs his own gardening business. Oh, get him. I'm like, well, I knew that, didn't I? And that was the video. And that basically got me on. I blagged my way on because of that video. Someone watched it and thought, there's something charming about this lunatic. I don't know. Let's get it happened like that. And it was the audition process is quite thorough. Let's just say that. It's a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of meeting you in person, grilling you psychologically. I'm like, it was just as tough, if not tougher, doing the audition. You really have to want it. And I thought a few times, I can't be bothered with all this. But no, it's the Traitors, for crying out loud. I love it. You know, it'd be amazing. And I went on there as a complete fan, not to launch my bake-off career or whatever people do, I don't know, on these TV programs. As a pure fan, played it like a fanboy who'd won the golden ticket to the Wonka factory. Probably came across like that, to be fair. I was completely hooked by it, and it just happened. Like, I don't really know how. I think it was 300,000 applicants. So I don't give myself a pat on the back very often, but I got proud that I managed to get on somehow.
I think I think they got you on because you do look like Jasper Carrot's love child.
Hey, Carrots, did you pig in Bovril? My granddad is a dead ringer for him. So yeah.
Every time I looked at it, I thought that's Jasper Carrot.
So how long did that process take then? How did it take a long time, that process, or was it quite quick?
It was so yeah, I got through a few stages. You know, they would say you're one of, I don't know, however many. They don't say how many, but you're getting closer. But you know, you're on a list. It wasn't until about 5 weeks before I didn't know. I have no concept of how many people were left in their audition. But I knew I must be quite far because I'd done a lot of phone calls, Zoom calls, in person. Met someone from the BBC quite high up, and it was just like it's probably like 5 weeks before I got a phone call. You know, they properly dramatized it. They were like, "You've done so hard to get this far. Unfortunately, you're going to Ardross. Pack your bags." What? Like, flip the table up. Oh my word. Oh dear. Yeah. So about 5 weeks before I found out, which is insane. And because I'm self-employed, luckily I could get. You have to sign non-disclosure agreements with any TV. You probably know that. And so I couldn't tell anyone. I had to tell one person because they were covering my work for me. Like, why are you going away in May/June? You know, when we're busy. I'm like, yeah. He'd have bought me a beer and I'd have gone, I've got something to tell you, mate. I'm on the train. You know, I knew it was going to come out eventually. So I just told him. Yeah. I couldn't go out on the lash with any of my friends too much because I'm like, I'm just going to, after the show had been broadcast, I come back and like, did that happen? Was that a fever dream? I couldn't tell anyone. I'm like, you've been a bit quiet. I'm a family man. I don't go out much, but you know, every once a month or something. You know,
they probably thought you're on community service or something.
Yeah. He's up to something. He's having an affair. Don't tell his missus. He keeps going to Scotland. What?
My wife said, she says, "Oh, you should go on Traitors." So I thought I'd looked it up, but her brother works for the BBC in quite a position where there's no way I can. Well, you can't go on it. Because basically, if it's any close
nepotism, yeah,
and because he'd probably know the ins and outs, I thought, oh, great, he needs to change his job then, surely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'd be good on it, mate, I reckon. No, I did. I don't think anyone spotted it. Like the odd one person messaged me, I think on Instagram, said, "I knew you were a Cov fan. I swear that those were the Hummel trainers you had in episode 3." And I'm like, Rob Gurney's watching. I don't believe your name's Charlotte Star 526. That's you, Rob. But yes, I was wearing the Hummel issue Sky Blues trainers in one of the episodes.
I've got a couple of questions then, James, regarding the Traitors. The most popular one is, so after midnight, what actually happens? You all disappear? Do you all stay in contact? Or are you all separate? What actually happens at that stage?
Well, would you go out on the lash and go clubbing?
Yeah. No, I didn't estimate. I did try on the down days. Basically, Rachel and Stephen walk in their cloaks, go off to bed, you lot. No. What? No. Yeah, you just it's as you see it on the television. The dongs go, you get in the jeeps one by one, and you go back off to your individual lodgings for the night where you don't see anyone. You don't see another person. It's quite a psychological test, I can tell you.
Oh, so you just go to your room and just have to jot your own notes and try and. So it is a bit of a psychological thing, then, isn't it? Because
it really
you must
is.
be suspicious all the time of everybody in the house.
Yeah, and what's underrated is the anxiety you feel, even as a faithful, like not necessarily being suspected. I didn't mind that. It's more the anxiety of being murdered. Like, do I go completely gung-ho and get myself murdered, or do I just don't do anything, but then I'd regret it if I got murdered? And I just thought, I went for the gung-ho approach. I thought, do you know what? I haven't come here to mess around. At least if I get murdered the first night, me and Nettie, who went the first night, we were the only two going bam, 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 bam. I knew it was so obvious. And I even said to her, I'm saying names. I don't even think they are. I'm just seeing how people react. And that kind of annoyed me a bit on the show. They didn't show that context that I was doing. I was one of the early ones, I said, I think it's Ross in a room with Fiona because I really didn't trust Fiona. And she went, yes, I think. And she never offered names up, but she hopped on ones you said. So by doing that was my technique. I was shooting names out. Should keep me alive in theory, which it did. It proved right in the end. It was a high wire game, I thought, but it worked. And it will also see who hops on votes or hops on what your ideas, because they're normally the traitors, weirdly.
So the killing, is that literally the first night you're in the house?
Yeah, it's as you see it. It's as you see it. It's in real
I'd be
time.
gutted if that was me.
Oh.
All that effort to go home, I'd have kicked off big time. I'd have chucked the table up in the air.
Yeah, I'm not. They're all lovely cast members. I'm like, can you have got rid of them? They're a bit more beige. Nettie's a legend. She really is a lovely lady. And I was like, no. I was gutted she went because I knew she was clearly a faithful. Yeah. So, and you're not in control of that. But sorry to interrupt you. I was going to say what I realised halfway through the game, I was not getting enough heat. And it sounds weird, but I kind of Roxy was accusing me every night, and I'm like, I shouldn't be enjoying this, but I am. Like, she's writing my name, a slate on the round table with my name's on it. This is a Traitors fanboy life goal right there. Cool. Made a breakfast, and someone's actually voted for me. That's probably not the best, but weirdly, it kind of is, because if you don't have anyone voting for you, you'd probably toast because you don't serve a purpose.
Now, the interesting thing, before I pass you back to Miles, is the secret traitor, because clever Vicky guessed who it was. I hadn't got a clue. And I said to my wife, it's interesting. When we're watching you guys on the telly going, no, he's an idiot, that James. Surely he must realise this thing. Yeah, I hadn't got a clue. I just hadn't got a clue who it was. Vicky did though, didn't you, Vicky? You knew.
Yes, Vicky.
Yeah, I guess Fiona, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, I don't know if you noticed in the edit they make that noise, like, and it's a little clue. So I'd noticed they narrowed it down to Amanda, Sam, Fiona. I think was that the three. And so that was quite subtle, but they did a little clue like us. I think series 2 they recruited the Traitors the first night. They recruited a guy called Miles, not that one, and they teased 3 players. I think Sonia, him, and someone else. They teased it, and there's a few little subtle things. If you're an anorak like myself, you pick up on. But so as a fan, I watched the first episode live a viewing party before all the cast got invited. I didn't know about the secret traitor. None of us did, apart from the Traitors and the secret. So we were like, what? Like, literally, it was unbelievable. Like, I didn't know this was going on. And then in that moment, I went, it all started adding up because I'm going, oh my. So that Fiona thing was Rachel. Oh, yeah. And because I suspected Rachel from that moment. But it's about timing it because I saw she's a Titan. She destroyed Harriet, and I thought it's all about timing. I knew if I got far in the game, I could not end it with Rachel. I thought at the time she might have been recruited. And the reason is she was playing from my poker days. I was watching her. I'm like, no, she's actively hunting someone. So the 3 traitors this year, Hugo is going to be down, a barrister. Either you're murdered or you're a traitor. He was down. Lovely guy there. Stephen and Rachel actually were faithful technically because they were hunting a traitor. So I was rightly thinking they are faithful because they are basically a different group of faithfuls. They're hunted. In fact, they're better because they've only got one person to catch. They were actively hunting someone. So the moment Fiona went, I thought Rachel was either recruited at the time because I didn't know about the secret traitor, but it turned out no. Now she's on the defensive because she's just a traitor, So it kind of, in a weird way, if that makes sense, it does add up that she was technically recruited in my brain, but she was always a traitor, if that makes sense. She just stopped hunting someone that night because she got her out, basically.
So you must have been gutted right at the end because there was you, Faraz, and Jack, and you were inches away from winning it, basically.
Indeed, mate.
So close to turning them over.
It's like Hadji Wright's toe at Wembley, mate. It's like that, honestly.
Yeah. I know. I thought you'd done it. Oh, no. The votes went the complete wrong way. And I thought, why have they changed their minds? They had a chat about it.
Do you think, because the 2 episodes I watched of you, James, when you were around the table, do you think you went too hard at it?
You've seen the Matty one. Whoops. That's not a good one.
I haven't. No, I haven't. No. Oh, yeah, it was the Matthew one. Yeah.
No, I'll be honest.
Do you think you went too hard, aggressive in it? Do you think you came across too aggressive? Especially, who was the young girl?
Jade from Warwickshire.
Jade. Yeah, Jade. So do you think? Yeah. So do you think you went a little bit? Because I thought she was going to vote one of the traitors, but she switched the vote to you.
But then she did switch back. In fairness, in the second vote.
But do you think you went a bit too?
This is not delusional. No, I can't have regrets because I don't know anyone else's identity. I'm not guilty because I'm not the one doing the murdering and stitching up. So I'll be honest. No, does that make me bad? It's a game. They're all my competitors at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'd rather stand up and go big and go home than just limp through beigely. So I'll be honest. No, if I'm honest, I mean, there's a few things I would have. I was never rude to anyone, and I was really worried. I'd be mortified if I'd upset someone. And luckily, everyone, no, genuinely, no, you know, I checked with like welfare. Is it? I know you're great. You know, in fact, if they might have said to me like, "Oh, is anyone upset?" Like, no, I'm fine. You know, so that's why I never shouted or was horrible to anyone or upset anyone, which is great. So no, to be honest, I don't regret it. I was just playing the game passionately, and and it got me. It nearly got me there. It was a had you right toenail away from victory. To be fair, you know?
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. Listen, we're going to find out a little bit more about it a little bit later on because we've got our QPR fan waiting in the wings. If that's all right, James, we'll come back to you, talk a bit more about the Traitors.
Is it Pete Doherty? Is it
later on? No, it's not Pete Doherty. It's one of Claudio's friends. Should we bring him in? He always comes on. He's a great lad. Good evening, Jared.
Hi. Evening.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Enjoy listening to that story about the Traitors journey. Yeah, incredible.
Brilliant.
Yeah. This time last week I was screaming at the TV, James. This time last week
Sorry
I was
about that,
screaming. Mate. Come on. Yeah.
You weren't effing and jeffing, were you?
Yeah, a little bit. And you kind of, as what it draws you in is you like actively really dislike people in the game, even though you know it's a game. You're like, I really don't want them to win. I really don't want them to win. And but in the end,
I can confirm they are. I'm not just saying this; they are all genuinely lovely people. Like genuinely, I can't speak about myself, but the other ones were lovely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was great. It was a great 4 weeks of TV. So yeah,
excellent. They are. Did you want James to win it then, Jared?
Be honest.
You want the honest answer? Yeah. I was quite. I changed like each week to somebody else. So by this time last week,
sounds like me.
Faraz was the one. I was like, "Come on, Faraz!" And then I can't believe how he flipped his views on Friday. And I was like, "Oh, Faraz, you've let us down." But
we even had a chat me and Faraz about that, saying like Rachel was very good at influencing people. Stick with it today. Yes, I will. He did when on my last roundtable. In fairness to him, blooming Jack faltered, bless him. But she's a good player, so you underestimate the power of the player. Yeah. Very good player she was.
Very good. Very good. Now, I've been
asked to ask... haven't we? There's not people watching this like the Traitors. It's like talking with the missus, Love Island. Oh, shut up.
That's the football.
We'll come. Yeah, we will. We're going to talk a bit about football now, just to break it up a little bit. Jared, first question I'm going to ask you. Are you over the 7-1 defeat yet?
You know what? I am over it, and I think the reason that I'm over it is that I wasn't actually at the game, and I came pretty close to being there. So we went to Liverpool that weekend, and we left on Saturday, and I tried to persuade the wife and kids, like Coventry's on the way to Liverpool. We could stop there, watch QPR, and my wife was like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." And 16 years ago, I took her on Valentine's weekend to Coventry QPR at Coventry, and we lost 1-0, and it was a dire game. And I think that kind of scarred her for life, never going to Coventry again. So we left Reading about 3 o'clock on Saturday, and we're driving up with 5 Live on, and they're like, "There's been a goal at Coventry," and I was like, "Come on, 1-0," and they're like, "Yeah, it's a goal for Coventry." I was like, great start. 2 minutes later, there's been another goal at Coventry. Right, we've equalised. Come on. And I think it was score 5-0 at half time, and we'd stopped the services at that point, whatever. And honestly, I was like, thank God we didn't go. I've never been more grateful for my wife saying no to something, because it just seemed like one of those afternoons that it would have scarred you for a long time.
I think
being sat in the home end. If you're a QPR fan sat in the home end. Oh.
Yeah.
But Jared, I think you called it though, really, didn't you? Because I think if on the Thursday night, I think you said that you had so many injuries, you couldn't see yourselves picking anything up, could you?
No. We hadn't started brilliantly. We had injuries. We've got worse injuries now. So I didn't fancy it, but I don't think anyone predicted a 7-1. And the funniest moment I think was when we scored that goal in the 93rd minute. Kone ran into the net to get the ball out and take it back for kickoff. And you're like, mate, what are you doing? I think that's the biggest scoreline I've ever seen a player do it. It must just be like autopilot, mustn't it? Just go and get it, kick off, like 6 more goals in 1 minute. We can do it, lads.
Good for the fans. The fans will like me.
Yeah. It is all for show, isn't it? Like, come on, but yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah, and I mean, we purchased the ground on the morning of that game as well, and the whole stadium was buzzing anyway, Jared.
Yeah.
To be honest, so
Yeah.
it was. I think it was just the occasion that just got to everyone on that day, and it was just one of those random results that you're ever going to see Cov win by.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I think from a QPR point of view, I think the QPR manager learnt so much that afternoon, and he completely changed his style, his philosophy, because we just were trying to do things that we didn't have the players to kind of do, playing out from the back and just being caught out. So after that defeat, we went on a really good run, actually. So I think it showed the manager kind of what you need to do in this league, and we've not had a bad season. It could be better, but it could have been a lot worse after that game, I think. So I think actually losing that heavily really helped him learn something about his squad.
We're happy to be your guinea pig again. If you want to be a guinea pig again, another learning curve. Yeah.
No, and I think after the game, he straight away said we play them again at the end of January. So it'll be interesting to see how far we've come when we play them again. So I think he's had one eye on this game for quite a long time. So,
I mean, you said you got a few injuries again going into this game tomorrow. You've had a player sent off last week as well, and that just fell apart for you in the last few minutes of that game, didn't it? Against Hollywood Wrexham.
Hollywood Wrexham, yeah. And I think if you ask QPR fans which game hurt more, the 7-1 or the Wrexham game, I reckon nearly every single one would say Wrexham at the weekend. To be 2-1 up and relatively comfortable in it, and then for someone to be sent off on 90th minute, you kind of think you've still got time to see it out, and then they equalise, and you're kind of gutted, but you think, right, just take a point and move on. And then to concede like 1 minute later, that was one of the worst defeats I've ever experienced. So yeah, again, I think the managers probably had to do quite a lot of character building this week and trying to get those players back up for it, because I think that would have hurt them badly.
Was Kone picking the ball out the net on the 3-2? Sorry.
No. I sit right by the away fans as well. So when we went 2-1 up, we were giving one fan in particular so much stick. It was brilliant. And then at 2-2, I couldn't even look over there, and like everyone around me left because they couldn't cope. And then at 3-2, I grabbed my son and I couldn't even look at them because it hurt so much. Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, I mean, we fell to them as well away from home, but we had a few injuries that day. You've signed one of our. Yeah, Claudio was there, so he ain't allowed to go again.
The Jonah.
Yeah, exactly. No, Jonah can come back. Jonah can definitely come back to the UK because we went on a couple of wins with him here. But I mean, you've signed Justin Abikru from us. You're expecting to see him on the bench or starting tomorrow?
He got injured in training. He got injured in training last Friday in his first training session. So he didn't play last weekend, and they don't think he'll be fit for this weekend. And it's just like, what are they doing? Yeah. So I don't think he's fit this weekend. And it seems like quite an exciting signing for us. I think it's the kind of signing QPR used to make. I think obviously maybe if Coventry weren't in the position that they're in, he might have stayed around a little bit longer. But yeah, he looks like he's got all the physical attributes to be a handful. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on when he gets fit.
Well, the last couple of seasons he's been in League Two, and then this season he's been in League One with Lincoln City, and he's scored a few goals for them this season and a couple of assists as well. So you've got a very bright future prospect there, I think, at QPR. And as you say, I think if we weren't in the situation we're in at the moment, I think we might have recalled him and kept him. But I think we're trying to push for that automatics, and I think it's just not gone in his favour, to be fair. So, but I mean, so how many injuries you got tomorrow then? How many players out do you think?
So you obviously know Jake Clark-Salter from his time at Coventry. He's surprisingly injured again. I think in the last two seasons he's maybe played max 15 games, and that's at a max. I don't think it's even been that many. And I feel for him because he's a really nice guy. He's a really, really good player as well at this level, but he just can't keep himself fit. And this one was just an injury in training, I think. So just completely like unlucky, really. So he's out. Ilias Chair's out, Poku's out, our top scorer Burrell's out, Jonathan Varane, maybe our best midfielder's out, and Benge suspended.
Glad
Saito,
Chair's always good.
Yeah, he's not played much either this season. He's maybe played about 10 games, I think.
Can I ask, he's quite erratic, isn't he? He's always good against us. He's always like just on it against us for some reason.
Yeah,
I know fans like he's a bit up and down.
I think he's a bit underappreciated at QPR, and you kind of a lot of fans only appreciate him when he's not playing, because you realise what he brings. So he's one that I think maybe has had opportunities to leave. He's been really, really loyal to us as well. So yeah, he's highly thought of, and I think maybe if he had stepped it up in the last couple of years, he would have got a big move, I think. But maybe his goal output maybe he's just dropped off in the last couple of seasons. But Saito's maybe back from a hamstring injury, but he won't start. So there's probably 5 or 6 definite starters that aren't fit, and the club kind of sold it to us. Chair got injured in the middle of December, and the club said it'll be 7 to 14 days, and we're coming into February and there's still no sign of him. So yeah, the injuries are worse than the club make out. So we're struggling, and I think the other thing that we're finding is the players that are playing have been running to the ground, and after 65 minutes there's so many of them that just look dead on their feet. So if you've got kind of options off the bench, which we don't have, then I think Wrexham showed that last half an hour you can kind of get on top a little bit against us.
Well, you never know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. The way we've been playing lately, if we defend like we did the other night, you might bang 7 goals in against us. But I mean, I remember when you come on early on in the season, you weren't too sure about the manager because he wasn't proven in this league. Has he exceeded your expectations, do you think? Has he grown into the league?
I think, in my opinion, I think he's done a decent job for his first season, for the injuries that he's had. After we played you guys, he kind of went to this really old school 4-4-2, which you don't really see, with 2 out-and-out strikers, and it kind of worked because it caught teams out a little bit. So Burrell and Kone were fantastic together. And then after a month or 2 of that, I think teams start to suss out what you're doing, and I don't think he's adapted quick enough to kind of surprise teams, if you like. So last week was the first time that he's played basically a 4-2-3-1 and not gone with two forwards. And I think it caught Wrexham out in the first half. So I think he's been slow to adapt to things, but there's no need for us to think about changing things right now. I think he deserves another season. I don't think we're anywhere near ready to go up, but I think the kind of the skeleton of a squad is there to kind of maybe put forward a challenge next season. And we're only 4 points off the playoffs, and I think if we had won last week, we would have been sixth or 7th. So it just shows how kind of that mad 4 minutes could completely wreck our season, I think.
Yeah, if you go on a good run and we go on a bad one, you might overtake us.
Yeah. Are you at that stage of kind of really starting to think actually it might not quite happen?
I am. The others aren't, but I'm starting to think that we ain't going to make it, to be honest.
No one else is good enough to maintain the run. I've said it now. I've cursed it. Don't listen to me.
No, I'm with James. That's the way.
Yeah, because we played Borough at the start of December, and they were absolutely outstanding against us. And I thought, right, they're just going to go on a run now. And then I think they went 5 or 6 games without picking up many points after that. And it's just like that was their chance to really push on, because they were so good against us. They completely tore us apart. We couldn't get near them. And I thought, right, they're going to be the ones that are going to push. But they haven't. And then Ipswich lost, didn't they? 3-1 the other week as well. So, no one really is taking advantage. Yeah.
Other teams' imperfections, I think, might just see us over the line. I don't know if we'll win the league, though. That's the thing.
I think the league and the Premier League needs the parachute teams not to go straight back up every season. So I do think it would be a really good thing for the league to have you guys go up, and then maybe someone like Millwall or someone else that has not been up there for years and years, just to kind of shake it up a bit, because it was getting a little bit repetitive. Like the last few years, Leicester, Burnley, Leeds, it's been so
Sheffield United,
so dull. Yeah, Sheffield United, they don't offer anything really.
A lot of people have been saying that on these shows week in, week out, that it'd be nice to see 3 teams to go up this season that haven't had a parachute payment, because there's a lot of teams in there. There's only Ipswich up there that have had a parachute payment. The rest, no one's had a parachute payment. So it could really happen this season, couldn't it? It could really happen. And
I
now,
do like the way it puts pressure on them, though. Sorry, Miles. Yeah, well, it does put pressure on those teams. So, like your Southampton, your Leicesters, it has started to put a bit of pressure on the teams. In a way, it's worked. It's had an adverse effect, I find. So, like you assume, looking at Southampton's squad, how are you not Finn as is? I'd love to have him at Coventry. How are you not on maximum points? It does put pressure on these teams, and we've been knocking on the door. So it does. There might be a bit of a sea change now, hopefully.
Yeah, and I always think if you don't go back up in that first season, I think it gets harder every year as well. So Southampton next season, if they don't go up, Leicester look like they get a points deduction. Who knows where they're going to end up? But I think, good, exactly, deserved.
Never.
But yeah, it would be good for the league to have 2 or 3 of the teams going up. Teams haven't relied on it.
After that first season, you can't hold on to those players. They have to sell them because they're losing money. Yeah. They're too expensive. So certain teams have to go back up. So they're suffering this year.
The manager,
yeah,
and
it is.
Unless you know the ins and outs, I don't think we can quite comprehend the wages of a Premier League player compared to a Championship player either. So they're stuck with these players on massive wages, and obviously some clubs will have a clause in the contract to reduce wages, but they're still going to be paying a lot of money, these teams. So
it's motivation as well, isn't it? Because like Aronson went on loan. My missus is a Leeds fan. We've been through this, listen, but she's I can't believe Aronson, he's a turncoat, and I'm like, he's probably being honest with himself. He's a USA international. He thinks that level he won't be able to push himself under. I mean, it's turned out right. He's playing for them. He's one of the main players now. That was an interesting one at the time. I thought, that's well out of order, mate. You got that team, not you alone. Stay in the trenches. But if he's been honest with himself, he thought, no, get some people that are better in the Championship than me, like your Jamie Allens. I'll come back. It's 2 ways of looking at it, but it's a question of motivation, I reckon, for the elite. They all have a bit of an ego. Some of them, I don't want to get tackled. Well, I'm marking Kai Andrews. I was living next to Haaland last week.
I think some of the teams coming down, like West Ham, if they come down, they're going to get a massive shock, because that stadium, we were there 3 weeks ago, and like it's just in the Championship, Lincoln playing them on a Friday night. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be
hilarious.
It's soulless anyway. But in the Championship, they would find it really, really hard, I think.
There's so many empty seats at West Ham. They keep saying there's 60,000. There's nowhere near 60,000 in the ground.
And that 60,000 with tourists just getting tickets to go to see a Premier League game. No tourists going to go and see West Ham against Lincoln, are they?
No, it's all about the sponsorship. Now, listen, let's get this up, because we've got Spot the Ball. So tonight, you might win a special mug tonight, Jared. We've got a special mug and a special scarf from To the Place I Belong, or Take Me Home Highfield Road website. Is a friend of the channel. Oh, you will like it. I'll show it you in a minute. Have a guess where you think the ball is.
Who's the Coventry player? Asante?
Asante, yeah.
Yeah, so he's probably elbowing it like he did the other night, right?
Oh. Hey. Only Ben Wilson's allowed to do that.
We'll come on to that in a minute. I reckon it is. I'm going to go 6.
Number 6. Okay. Right, there you go. So get your guesses in tonight, guys. And you can win this. Here it is. Look at this. It's a Take Me Home Highfield Road purple and blue mug and a retro scarf. There you go. So awesome. You could win that tonight, Jared. You imagine wearing that to QPR tomorrow.
Well,
I'll tell you what.
It would be all right tomorrow. It's Saturday. That would be a problem.
If I start getting offers...
Saturday, I mean.
Can I just say, if I start getting offers, I've had a few come through, like Richard Osman's House of Games. The prize is like, I'll have the barbecue fondue set, whatever. That is a better prize than anything like they can offer me. The pointless trophy, all that. I want that. I'm telling you.
we should get it on Blankety Blank.
Yeah, too right.
Tonight, Blankety Blank. So, right then, let's get some scores in then for Saturday. I know I was a day ahead now. I keep thinking it's Friday today. Why? I
Wish
don't
it
know.
was. Yeah, I wish it was.
I only work 4 days a week, and I think I'm on my 4th day already. Let's get some scores in. Vicky, we'll come to you first, my lovely. What do you reckon coming up this Saturday? Come on.
Well, see, now I've heard about all these injuries, I'm feeling much more positive about it. So I'm quite optimistic now. I'm going to go 2-0. I reckon 2-0.
Oh, due a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Claudio, the traitor.
Ooh, the traitor, yeah. I didn't realise that many injuries, so it's changed my train of thought. We're pretty much at full strength now. They've got to start showing up. So I think we can win. I'd like to think we go to Loftus Road, turn it round, and if they don't, we just send the team to the scrubs down the road and they can stay there for a week until the next game. I'm going to go. I'll tell you what, 2-1. We're going to sneak it this time, unlike the other night. 2-1 to us.
Okay, James.
Are you sure? Did you see me on that television program? Oh, mate. Okay. No, I think 0-1 Cov. I think we will get a clean sheet finally. We're due one, as Vicky says. But the way we've been playing, we're not playing anyone off the park, and it'll be like an early-ish goal, like BTA, Thomas Asante maybe. 0-1 and a 10th finish for me.
Okay. Just a quick question for Joe before I ask him his prediction. Have you got any players playing on Saturday that haven't scored for about 4 seasons?
Trevor Sinclair.
It's usually us that's the sort of record breakers who players never scored. Like John Jensen for Arsenal hadn't scored for years. Scored against us, first goal against us. That Lloyd Doyley at Watford hadn't scored in like 300 games for them. Scored against us. But anyone who's not
7 of our players haven't scored. No, joking.
Maybe our goalkeepers due a goal in the last minute, like the Benfica keeper.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe he'll get his first one. No, we haven't got anyone actually. I don't think who's that kind of
Who was the player that scored that first goal last week for you?
Harvey Vale.
Yeah, is he playing?
He should play. Yeah, he's been injured most of the season as well. He's someone that we had quite high hopes of, and when he's played, he's looked good. But again, he's played a handful of games really. But
sounds like a thinly veiled threat to me, mate.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's all over. If he bangs a goal in like that again, wow, it was a cracking finish. Right, come on, Jared. What do you reckon this weekend?
I think last time we had a setback against you guys, we bounced back quickly. I think the setback last week would have really, really stung them. Do I be optimistic or pessimistic? Is Asante Thomas going to be banned or not? Or is it so late in the day now that they're going to wait? And
so I think today was the deadline and nothing's come out.
Nothing's happened. No, I do keep on checking. I think
we're not talking about it in case anyone from the EFL are watching.
Everybody's listening. Yeah, I think if we start well, we can get something out of the game. I think if we went a goal behind, then I would really, really worry for us. So I'm going to go maybe a cagey 1-1 where we score first and then we hang on a bit at the end.
Okay, right. I'm going to go then.
7-1.
No.
Go on.
No. I'm going to go. I'm going the same as Jared. I'm going 1-1. It's my first draw I've predicted all season. 1-1. We just need a point from this game. We need something from this game.
Stop the rot.
Yeah, we need something from this game because we've got Oxford next week, and then the game after that is Middlesbrough.
All right.
So we need something from this game. Then we've got Oxford at home, and then we've got Middlesbrough at home.
I'm doing kick it for a ticket at that one. I think I'm doing kick it for a ticket at the Borough one at half time. So I'll blame me in advance if it goes wrong. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Brilliant. That'd be good. Yeah, we'll watch it.
Don't hold me to that. It's probably that one. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well that's good because Jonah did it. You just got to beat Jonah from the halfway line.
There's a pattern forming here. They come on here, then they go and kick it for a ticket.
Oh yeah.
Social climber.
Brilliant. Yeah. Has anyone got any questions for Jared before we let him go? Because he's been sat patiently and everything for us tonight. It's been brilliant.
Favourite QPR player of all time? Les Ferdinand is the only answer, surely.
Les Ferdinand's the only answer. He is the only answer. However, Adele Trapp, I think, for pure entertainment season that he was with us, and again against Coventry, he gave 2 of the best assists I've ever seen. One at your place and one at our place. I think we beat you 2-1. I think Marlon King scored for you guys. But for pure entertainment that season, he was unplayable, and I don't think I'll ever see another player like it at QPR.
He's a maverick, wasn't he?
Yeah. But the true answer is Les Ferdinand. Les Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite COD player of all time?
Mine's a bit like you. Mine's Peter Unlove. But then I suppose the only answer is Clary Borton, right? But no, it's Peter Unlove.
I've got a mate who's coming on Saturday with me, a Coventry fan, and he has this like unrational hatred of Craig Bellamy.
No, it's not irrational.
It's shared by all COD fans.
Craig Bellamy, right? Don't try for Coventry.
And I'm manager of Wales. I'll be interviewed in a Stone Island jacket.
Yeah. I bought my friend his autobiography for birthday one year as a joke, and it didn't go down very well. Yeah,
I bet it didn't.
No, that is harsh. That is
not even worth fight with that.
That's a test, isn't it? How can you describe your true Coventry fan? I hate Craig Bellamy. He passed the test. Your mate passed the test, basically.
I'd bring him by the neck if he had one, honestly.
On the History podcast, he is the only person that me and Jim Brown will not have on the show.
Legend.
Just said we can't have him on there. We'd have Dion Dublin, no problems, even though people thought he was a bit of a traitor. But Craig Bellamy, there's a difference between traitor and what Craig Bellamy is.
It's unbelievable, mate.
Yeah.
He makes Rachel look like a nice human being.
The Coventry player that I hate the most is Ian Jess. Is that how you say his first name?
Ian Jess.
Oh yeah,
Ian Jess.
Because we were fighting to stay up when we were in the Premier League, and we came to your place in April time. It was a huge game. You were down there as well, and you beat us 1-0, and he scored the goal. And like
maybe his only goal. It was useless.
I think it probably was his only goal. Yeah,
that must have been 96, I think. Yeah.
He was like the Poundland Carl Lightbourne. He was flipping heck. Awful.
I was that game that I was talking about on Valentine's weekend in 2010. I was looking at the team, and you had Freddie Eastwood, I think, and Clinton Morrison up front that afternoon.
Oh, Clinton, yeah. Old Sky pundit Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton Morrison.
Freddie Eastwood, who's another one.
Yeah. Another one. Yeah, another one.
You can actually say QPR and Coventry have had some howlers as players, but we've had some brilliant ones as well. You've had some legends, Stan Bowles,
Yeah, Wegley played for both of us, didn't he?
I was about to say, who are the ones who played for both of us? I was trying to work that one out, actually.
Wegley was one. Yeah.
Wegley.
Who else was there? There was it John Salaka was Crystal Palace, weren't he?
I think it was 1979, Jared. I went to Loftus Road. You had relegated already. You hadn't won a home game since December. This just shows how bad my away record is. You hadn't won a home game since December. I rock up. I was only about 14. And we scored after 8 minutes. Ian Wallace scored. Final score, QPR 5, Coventry 1. Clive Allen scored a hat-trick on his home full debut at the age of 17. Unbelievable. And it's carried on. I remember.
I think it must have been 1992-ish when we beat you 5-1 at Loftus Road. I think Andy Pierce might have scored a classic home goal for you guys.
Yes.
And I can remember my mum wouldn't let me go to the game because we had family coming around, and like I hardly missed a home game when I was younger. And I was fuming. And then when it was 5-1, can you imagine like the rage at having to miss a home game? I must have been about 12 at the time. And I was like, Mum, I can't believe you made me miss this. We won 5-1. I think you had like a red and white like checked kit or something. Coventry maybe that.
Respect for remembering Andy Pierce.
Red and blue.
Yeah. I think it was an own goal. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got some comments in. Obviously, Jake Clark Salter played for us. Jerry Francis played for us. Paul Furlong played for us and you.
Furlong, Furlong's a legend to
yeah.
QPR.
Yeah, so there's been a few players that have played for both teams, which is pretty cool, really, to be honest.
Yeah, good players as well.
Yeah, very good.
Blake Bidwell.
Jake Bidwell, yes. Jake Bidwell was on. He was. He was on loan, weren't he? Was he on loan? Wasn't he? Yeah.
We signed him for quite a lot of money, I think, at one point.
Oh, off Brentford, wasn't it? On Juve Rosler had him at Brentford. And he's like captain.
Yeah, Andy Impey, another legend at QPR.
God, they're all coming out of the woodwork now.
Now, Craig Bellamy had no neck, and Andy Impey had an even smaller neck than.
Yeah, he did.
Ralph Wiggins has made a comment. That is the game where Bobby Gould resigned supposedly in the toilets, but he wasn't in the toilets at all. But he resigned. He had enough because apparently he thought they were going to sell Peter Unlove. And that's
Never.
Todd Kane.
How dare you?
Todd Kane,
Todd Kane.
Bit of a geezer. A geezer.
If he was half as good as he thought he was, he'd be a good player. Yeah.
Hey, he scored a great goal for us at Bournemouth, though, mate.
Yeah,
we were down to 10 men.
Hell of a cross.
He scored a cracking goal. I ended up on the floor. My blue wig ended up in a row behind me, and I had people nearly thumping on me. And I'm at the front row at Bournemouth getting stamped on, and I stopped for the weekend. And I was looking up. All I could see was people jumping around me. He scored a cracking goal.
Yeah, there you
go. Mark Haitley.
Oh yeah, he's not so much a legend at QPR. James, he's the player when he was like 38 years old that we signed to replace Les Ferdinand. Like, has there ever been such a bad replacement signed? Yeah,
that is
So,
that's not good. That's not good. Just let Kevin Gallen play up top on his own. Surely, like
it was Haitley and Gallen at one point.
Wow, that sounds like some dodgy solicitor firm. That does, doesn't it? Like...
Haitley and Gallen Inc.
Yeah.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Listen, Jared, thanks for coming on, mate.
No, thank you. Are any of you going on Saturday? Any of you going Saturday? Claudio, hopefully you're going.
Claudio's not going. No,
Ken's going.
Are you going, Claudia? No, she's not.
Ken's going. Vicky, you're not going, are you?
No, I'm away.
I'm having my car service, so I can't go. It's got to be done this weekend because I've got too many gigs coming up and I need to rely on my car. So it's got to be done. So Claudio's definitely not going. Jack's going, and Ken's going. So a couple of us will be down there. So you might
tell them to look out for my dad. Yeah. Don't give my dad too much abuse.
Next to the away end, is he?
He's the one in the sombrero. If you
is that your dad in the sombrero?
That's
brilliant. Yeah, I remember seeing him every time we've been there.
Yeah, he gets dog's abuse, but his hearing's so bad he can't even hear what they're singing.
I would give him dog's abuse if he's sat in front of me with a sombrero.
Yeah, he would be. He's been in Morocco for the past month following the AFCON game. So we had that 2 weeks ago on the Sunday, that all of that drama, losing in the final, and then we had the Wrexham game like less than a week later. So like I was done with football by this time last Saturday. It was a hard week of hard.
Has to be said that AFCON final, all of a sudden for that last 10 minutes, everybody was interested. I was getting messages. What's the final now? What? Has it been on? I was not doing that. Happening. It's terrible, isn't it?
4:15 on a Tuesday. What?
Bonkers.
Well,
anyway,
Jared, this might be your last appearance on our show.
Yeah, unless we make it into the playoffs.
Yes, unless you make it and we drop into the playoffs. Yeah, you never know.
No, next season in the Premier League, if we go up, you go up. Great.
I thought he was going to say, see you at Wembley in the final. No, please.
No. Well, good luck for the rest of the season after Saturday.
And you, mate. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on. You've been brilliant as usual. So thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Top man.
Take care.
Bye.
Superb. Absolutely superb. Right then. So now listen. Right, he's brilliant. Absolutely superb. really is, and he comes on all the time when we play each other. It's really nice, and he gives us a good picture of what to expect. Now we're an hour and 11 minutes into the show. We have not done any comments.
First time ever. I know, first time ever. So.
I think we better get some comments in, and then we're going to talk. Right. Well, we ain't going to talk about Norwich now, are we? Forget it. We were going to talk about it.
We're past that.
Yeah. We're past it. Forget it. We're just going to talk about Traitors and also QPR and also new signings. Have we signed that lad yet from Brentford?
Right. So I'll need silence from the panel while I get through these. I've started. So this is from Uncle Jonga. So can this Marcello fella play at CDM, CB or LB? If DK has ponied up 6 million for another winger, then surely he can find the dough for the positions we know we all need massive help in. And he also says, who's departing to make for new additions? Kai Andrews? Well, he has. He's gone to Hibs. Sky Blue Army, what do you guys think of signing another right winger? Do you think SA will move into number 10 role? Sky Blue Army also says, do you think that the Norwich defeat will make Frank realise we can't just stick to the same formation every time, maybe a back five for next away game so we don't get cut through like butter again?
Good shout.
This is from Assassins Unite. This is the time to stick together, not fragment. Frank knows what he's doing. We're in a position every other team wants to be in. Roar the boys home. Fancy Hadji to score in another win on Saturday. Carl O'Connor says, Middlesbrough, Norwich, Sheffield United next 2 games, so they could potentially lose both. And we have QPR and Oxford. We need Onyeka from Brentford. He looks an all-round midfielder. This is from Adsan Kalen. Adsan Kalen. It's nervous time for you lot, lots of as fans. I've seen my lot Norwich get promoted a few times. Stick together, trust the players, manager. Coventry are the best side in the division. You'll win it. That's positive, isn't it? From a Norwich fan. I'll take that. Mark Patman, even all great signing of Marcello. But yet again, a winger. When surely we need to strengthen midfield. I'm hoping we get that Brentford midfielder, Onyeka. I'm going to struggle with these names. I don't know why, when you consider my surname. Time is running out, says Paul Stratton, to get some real quality in. Austin up to the job. Another winger, really, Doug? Where are you? Whole transfer embargo, signing players for fun, experience. M. King, one rumour only is that Rudoni might be part of the Brentford deal to get Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Rudy's injured. Rudy's injured, so that's not part of the deal.
No, Ian Court says, keep the faith, we go again, keep the faith, back the lads with a few signs, hopefully we'll be okay. As Mark Patman says, yes, QPR is a must win. We had weeks of training. We have to get back to winning ways because Middlesbrough, who we are playing soon, are closing in on us. They're not... Middlesbrough are funny. They're a funny side because I've seen them a few times this season, and 1 minute they're excellent, the next minute they're all over the flipping place.
Yeah, they're erratic.
Yeah, definitely. They'll win 4, lose 4. Fran Hunter, all I'll say about Norwich game is that some things are best not committing to memory. Enough said. Exactly. We move on. Cam Barath, it's the same players playing now that we're playing the first half of the season. The issues are other teams are now adapting to our tactics and the players' minds. Frank and the team are savvy enough to know this and no doubt working on it at Brighton. Keep the faith. Vocal backing home and away. That's a good point. Not Sean's song for Marcello. But we can only sing it after we see him play, so we don't repeat the brow curse. Marcello, whoa, oh Marcello, whoa. I should let you do it, shouldn't I? Really?
Like it's Ken Bruce on Popmaster, eh?
Yeah. Mark Rainbow, my hands up to the red splatter shirt. That's the shirt we wore when we beat Blackburn, and Radio 5 missed a goal because they were debating whether the kit was red or pink. Yeah, that's the.
That reminds me of the snow. He would park the snow, wasn't it? The 5-0 Boosty score.
Yeah, the orange ball. Yeah.
Phuket original. Evening Sky Blue crew. Hope this is a full podcast night. None of this chipping off early for traitors. Finn, don't understand this new signing. We are desperate for a decent defence and a decent striker. Wow. It might happen yet. How long does it take to film the Traitors? Quickly, Mark. That's up from Mark Rainbow. Quickly, James.
A long time. Start to finish, 4 weeks, I believe. But you lose track of time, if I'm honest. I can't be sure. I think it was 4 weeks start to finish.
How many hours a day then? How many hours a day are you in there?
So you get there sort of 11, I think. You have no concept of time, and they feed you then. You have something in your lodging before. Feed you then. You just eat when it's in front of you. 11 till, the round tables, when there's more people need to talk. Some of them went on till like 1:30. So you're pretty frazzled. So as it gets towards the end, the emotional, you're missing home more, it goes up, but maybe the days get a bit shorter.
So on average, how long's the round table bit? On average, say.
Good question. Again, no idea. It was longer. I reckon, I can't be sure. A couple of hours, the first one was, I reckon.
Really?
I might be wrong.
Oh, wow.
And then as you get closer, half hour.
Yeah.
www.rachelsthetraitor.com / you're going to listen to me or not? You're not. All right. Bye.
Vote for Matty. Vote for Matty.
Yeah. It's Matty, obviously.
I've got a few more questions I'll ask later. Carry on, Claudia.
Yeah, let me get through these. Paul Stratton says, Frank's tactics caught up with him? He had some defensive problems at Chelsea and Everton, conceding too many goals. Well, my Everton friend did say, if you got Frank prepared to not do any defending, it's the first thing he said to me, which is interesting. James is watching City more stressful than the round table, says Anthony Pettifer.
Actually, yes, genuinely. Because I'm in control of me, whereas 11 players are not, I can't control them. I'm not the manager or them. So, it's more stressful watching Coventry City play. Definitely.
And this is from Andrew Gray. I love all the history podcasts, but I think the latest one with Ray Clark is probably the best yet. Great interview you and Jim did with him, Claudio. Great listen for anyone who hasn't heard it. It's worth a listen for the message at the end, but listen to it all. It's,
and
it's
you can watch it tomorrow from 8 a.m.
Yeah, it is brilliant. Not me, the message that comes up.
He refers to himself as it. It is brilliant.
Gary Duggan, evening folks. I'm not sure we have the bottle to keep our position. We needed impact players to hit the ground fit and ready. I don't think the signings are what we need, just an opinion. Wendy Heron says, love James on the Traitors, loving him on here tonight.
I love you too, Wendy. You've got very trusting eyes.
Why? I'll get off the screen quick. Why have we left any transfers so late again? Hope we are not in panic mode. This should have all been sorted. Start the window. Maybe our business is done. Carl Banwaite says Lampard has been great so far, but at Norwich he got his team selection totally wrong. Kitchen, Thomas, and Grimes were left totally exposed, with De Silva and Van Ivak bombing forward as well. Then in the second half, takes our attacking options off. To be honest, that's been the formation. But
that's the whole formation all year when we're winning.
Yeah. It's if we don't score is the problem. The Polski, we have had the virus tiredness. What's the next excuse? Too many players performing below par. Frankly, it's pressure now, and we ain't coping with it. I think we need another 3 in as soon as possible. We're going to have a squad of 45 at this rate. Richard Gardner. It's James, legend, watching from Cov with my wife, who's used to work in Weymouth, HSBC. Oh.
Hello, Richard and your wife. Thanks for the loan.
Top 6 all straightened where needed. Hope we are still trying and get what we need to stay in the race. Rob Nichols says, can you explain to me why every player has to go through Grimes only to pass the ball back once he's made about 10 yards? Worldwide Travel Podcast. People seem to conveniently forget that champions in previous seasons also dropped points and also didn't play well at times. No one wins every game or plays well every game. Trust in Frank, will be fine. And he also says 85 points wins us the league, by the way. Ipswich or Borough would need to average more than 2 points per game to get over 85. Guaranteed they will also lose some games, making more than 2 points per game. Sky Blue Army says, James, you rock, and you were awesome on Traitors. Couldn't believe when found out you was a Cov fan.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. It amazes me, to be honest. You know, I'm a plastic Sky guy. I live in Weymouth. I should be a Bournemouth fan now. No.
There's a few people that travel up from Weymouth to home games. You could maybe share a lift.
I do know a couple. A good friend of mine, Lee Jones. He goes up. There's a few. Yeah, there is quite a few. Yeah, they've sort of reached out to me and brought like, why don't we all go up? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. I already did.
Andy Littlewood's down there, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Just worried as the goals are tied up. Our defence won't be winning us the game by defending an odd goal lead. Jonah Fatcat. Jonah will be on the show on Sunday. Just spent 3 hours researching Frank the Tank. We need him.
What a name.
Where we get him now then?
All the memes of him sitting in a tank's brilliant.
Yeah. Ian Small, to be fair, we had 8 shots, 7 goals, unheard of. Yeah, their XG was better than ours that day. Ridiculous, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Well, we shouldn't have. Yeah. It's weird game. Cov Coleman, QPR will come at us like a breached dam. It's going to be tough. I hope Frank has come up with a good game plan and the players turn up. It's Cov Andy. I gave him a mention. Here he is. How you doing, Jonah? Sobered up yet? And he says, yes, I have. He's on a cruise next month. Must be getting plenty of views then. Tony says, Jonah is on a cruise. Too many invisible against Norwich. Struggled to see any defensive coaching going on. Signed another winger. Come on, DK. Surely you see what we see. Fingers crossed for QPR game to boost confidence.
But we only have 2 senior wingers. The others are loans. I think we need one. Another permanent.
Yeah. GRGV says, James, what a guy. You were fantastic on Traitors. Even better finding out you're one of the Sky Blue. True and true. Through and through, sorry. And true and true.
You're all buttering me up. Thank you. You're all a bunch of legends. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad to be Sky Blue.
I've not read out the uncomplimentary ones. I thought.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a big boy. I can take it. I'm a Cov fan. I can take it. Yeah.
Cov won't make a difference how many players QPR has out. Our guys need to show up and play to a better level. Let's hope they are switched on to the level they can play. And we have Mark says, Onyeka box-to-box player, can tackle, strong on the ball, experience, and can score. Just a thought. Says Gary Dulligan. Just a thought of the possible Brentford midfield player. As I just read that. No, Brentford players very little football on a regular basis. So do we have to wait for him to be match ready? No. Premier League standard, he'd be fine. He's been with them a while. Alex says, was at Loftus Road 2023 sitting with my R supporter bro in law. Lovely ground, but 0 leg room. Correct.
It's about Highfield Road, isn't it? Yeah, it's that.
Yeah. Worse. Frank was at AFCON, played all 4 games Nigeria was in, so he should be match fit.
Nice.
Sean McLaughlin, it looks like the teams going down recently don't have that automatic right to go straight back up. Can he be positive for the teams like us? I'm nearly there, Miles.
No, you're right.
Gary Dulligan, good. Well, that's a big positive. We need players up and chomping at the bit to get across the line. But in fairness, we were very slow in the window, leaving it late. I don't think we've been any worse than anybody else. All of a sudden, I was sat downstairs before we come on this, and I was thinking, wow, the transfers are coming in now.
We usually are. Pre-season is normally terrible. Like, why they play Bidwell and Ryan Howley at centre half the week before the season? But no, I think we've been all right.
Yeah, this is Nigel Krask says, still hope Cov win the league after my team beat you. I want Frank Lampard to Cov win every game and go up as champions. Hopefully you go up with Borough, Ipswich lose in the playoffs. That's the spirit. I'm obviously a nice
Nice one, Krasky.
Thank you.
Be great to win, and maybe we will, but a draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world, especially if we can beat Oxford and Borough. We could get 7 to 9 points ahead of that. Remember, Borough don't like playing us.
That's true.
Different manager now, though.
Yeah.
Same with Preston now. We also have Preston North End, don't we?
Yeah.
They got the under 8 hockey team playing. They're all got flu, and they still get a draw somehow. Yeah.
We're all waiting with the man sent off. We're all waiting for us to clip back into gear after the previous 7 away games. We are light years away from it. Sometimes, though, it does switch like that, doesn't it? It's really weird football, how it can happen like that. And you're thinking, where has this all come from? Right. A lot of the comments are similar. So that's what I'm not ready. There's a lot of
let's hear the ones berate. I want some hate now. I've been buttered up too much.
Is a Birmingham City fan, so he's probably not all there.
No, yeah,
so,
that doesn't count. Has he done it in orange crayon as well? Has he done that?
Husky Blue says Miles Rolls getting an oil change and a fresh case of champagne. Pilon says took 19 games to hit 2 losses, 3 losses in the next 10 games. That have followed that.
I don't like fact bombs like that.
But you can get promoted by losing 10. I mean, Leeds lost 9, didn't they, last season, or 8 or 9, something like that.
I swear Cardiff went up after losing like 11 games with like Malcolm and Cardiff. It was like 81 points and they won the league. It's weird.
Thing is, we've just got to win. We've just got to win our home games. Win the home games, and we're nearly there, aren't we?
Literally.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, Claudio, Leeds lost 4 last season. Not 9, 4.
They should have lost 9.
Yeah,
we lost now 5.
Yeah, but it's a different division this year, isn't it?
But no one else is winning a lot. Ipswich and I say they lost Drew to Oxford or something. They're all
they've lost 6, haven't they? They've lost 6, haven't they?
And to be fair, the season before Leicester lost 11 when they went up as champions. So.
I think maybe that's what I was thinking of. Jonah Fatcat, I promise you right now, this is Jonah promising. If we sign Frank, the league is ours.
Claudio, that was a good save that you just did then.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
It must have been Leicester.
It starts with that. And no one likes them either. Luke Gallagher, swap defence and midfield around, boss the middle, then have the creativity at the back. Grimes sweeping up. Here's one then. Pilol says, please can we not make the Traitors fans TV?
sorry, Pilol.
You can start.
We don't want to talk about Norwich, so sorry. No, it's all about me tonight. Sorry, mate.
Tactics were wrong against Norwich. We were bypassing midfield and playing the long ball. We were very disjointed and not compact enough. Mark Thompson says we need a CMCB. If we get one of those in, we will get promoted via automatics. Paul Cuttiford, evening Paul, listen to Oggy on the way back from Norwich, and he insists this is a blip. Well, it's the longest blip I've seen. I've been saying it since October that we're getting bad every week. He wasn't happy though, Oggy, was he? He was really, really. He said it was as poor as he can remember. So that's fair play to him for saying that. Actually,
I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
I did. He was being fair. He was being fair. He was being harsh, but fair. He was sort of saying what everyone was probably thinking.
Yeah. Because normally he's always siding with the team, isn't he? Chris Knott, I moved to Norfolk back in 2010. I haven't seen a win. I get so much stick from Norwich and Ipswich fans, as I have 2 Sky Blues window screen banners in my van. Fair play to you. All right. Us Sky Blue, Claudio, is US Sky Blue. All right, okay. Oh, yeah. I thought it said Pussy Blue when I read it the first time.
Sorry? Sorry?
What's he been drinking?
What are we... If I'm honest.
Oh dear.
So, someone's put, is this Ralph Little's brother? That's Finn.
I haven't had that one yet. I've had everything else. Ralph Little's brother. Yes, it is. My dad is Jim Royal.
Cameron Dawson, when does the transfer window close? It's on Monday. We're going to do a show. And Salop CCFC, even your wife just told me she saw BTA in John Lewis Solihull this afternoon. Silver Merc, she said she was quite excited, and she's a Villa fan.
Are we doing a show on Monday, are we?
Yeah, transfer show, deadline show, yeah. Lee Lishman, the expectation of October has been replaced by the hope. Disappointed that we've fallen into the old ways, rolling over when teams are up for it. Hope we win 2-0 Saturday. Back to you, Miles.
I thought we've got a meeting on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
That's the week after. No, that's the week after.
Is it?
Oh, yes, the week after. Oh, that works well. Brilliant. Right. Yeah, just a quick announcement. Legends Day has been announced today, and it is against Stoke City. Nice.
That's appropriate. With Mark Robbins coming back.
Well, he's going to let us win, isn't he? He's going to let us win, isn't he? Because they're not knocking on the playoffs now, are they?
Poor Michael Rose, he's like Robbins. No, wherever he goes, he drops me and sells me. Like, poor guy. Leave me alone, Mark. Yeah. He's the only one that doesn't like Mark Robbins, I think.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite of Brian Clough and John McGovern. Gets rid of him.
Yeah. And as people were saying earlier, yes, Kai Andrews has gone to Hibernian. I'm just checking to see if we've signed.
Was that permanent? I'll be honest, I didn't see if it was permanent or not.
Loan, just a loan.
Just a loan. Good. Yeah, that'd be daft.
Yeah, Steve says the window shuts on Monday night, so Monday 7 p.m. So hopefully, you never know, there might be a couple more players coming back through the door. But before we carry on chatting away, then just a few more announcements. Don't forget, if you need some coach travel, head over to ccfctravel.co.uk to get your away games for your coaches. Absolutely superb pickup from the city centre and also at the CBS Arena. It is really good. It gets you there straight to the door of the ground and then gets you straight back, which is absolutely brilliant. Good top coaches as well. Home game parking or away game parking, head over to coventryparking.co.uk. Please give us a like and subscribe tonight, please. It's free. But if you do want to donate $1.99 or $4.99 to join as an exclusive member, you will get early access to the History Podcast. So if you sign up tonight, you'll be able to watch it tonight after this show. But if not, you can wait till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But it would be great to support the channel. Give us a like and subscribe, because the other day we hit over 3,000 subscribers, and it's just over 3,020 now, which is great. In a matter of 2 days, 20 odd subscribers new, which is brilliant. So thank you very much for all your support. And here's you go again. If you hadn't had a go on this, give us a spot the ball. Where do you think the ball is? Get your answers in. You could win tonight, courtesy of Take Me Home, Highfield Road, and To the Place I Belong website. They are the same website. It leads you to each. If you go to Take Me Home, Highfield Road, it takes you to his new site, which is To the Place I Belong, and you will win this tonight. So you got a lovely retro purple scarf and a retro mug as well. So get your guesses in on there. And if you send over, whoever wins tonight, send over your address straight away. I'll get it in the post to you tomorrow. So you should get it by Monday. There you go.
I look forward to
it. Yeah, well, there you are. If you got it right, you never know. You might be on the spin the wheel. If you got the right number, you never know. You never know. Right then, Vicky, you're a massive Traitors fan. Got any questions for James? I bet you got loads.
I had those, but now you just swung that on me, and I can't think of the top of my head.
Well, I'll ask him one while you think about it. Here's one for you. Yeah. My wife's asked, do you take a change of clothes when you go in for the day? Because sometimes when you have your breakfast and then you go in the room to chat, you've got different clothes on.
Great question, Mrs. Miles. Yeah, she's right. You do. You take a spare change of clothes. Yeah, there's always one in the castle at all times for you.
Right. Brilliant. Is that for a reason? Is that?
Yeah, mate. If you get a bit wet on a mission or something, or just in case you spill your food down or something. There is one story I am allowed to tell. Actually, it's a good one for Vicky. She'll like this one. I think one of the missions, the second one, I was sat on a shield thing. Anyway, I got off, and they didn't show it, but I jumped in the water and hauled all these fishing nets. They didn't show it because the Americans would copy me. I found a hack, basically. Got back. Anyway, we finished the mission 7 minutes early, and that was good because the Traitors saw I was, he's good on these missions, keep him in for that and the distraction. Got back to the castle. We were later than usual. Right, round tables a bit earlier, eat your food. I was like, my castle bag, where is it with my other stuff in? It had been left somewhere on a mission. I had no change of clothes. My jeans were a bit wet. My underpants were sodden. So to cut a long story short, I did Judy's Banishment Commando. In button-ups. Oh.
You must have had some chafing, surely.
Exclusive.
Less the Traitors, more the chafers, honestly.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So I do have a change of clothes.
One of my favourite missions was when you were in that scary house and everyone's like really screaming. Was that as scary in real life as it seemed? Or?
Weird enough, I love that one because I love horror films. So weird enough, I was grinning like a Cheshire cat. My teeth were like glowing in the dark, and everyone else was. It's the only time I saw Rachel flappable. Actually, I should have known she was marking me in plain sight. She grabbed my wrist so hard she drew blood. Genuinely, I'm like, look, she's murdering in plain sight. You know, I think I even said that, but. I personally love that one, if I'm honest. The worst ones for me were the spinny ones and the one where I passed out and vomited up the mountain. But the spinny one, I'm getting flashbacks. But no, I love the horror one.
That one. I hate spinny things. That wouldn't have been good for me.
you know the towards the end of the show when you had to run up the mountain with a bag full of stones.
Yeah, two bags full. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, two bags. Yeah, two bags full.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, what happened there with you? Because you got out of breath. Do you suffer with asthma, or was it just the weight of the bag that got to you?
I had the weight of the world on my shoulders, Miles. No, I set off like a rocket. And again, to put it into context, Jack, who's in, he's in his late 20s. He's a fitness instructor for a living. Faraz, young lad, fit as a fiddle. He's a boxer. And he's really fit. And I thought, it served me well. Try and outrun everyone. Try and do more than them on the missions, because then I'm at least useful. And I just put everything into it, because there was jeopardy. If we didn't finish that mission, then the traitors could murder. So I wasn't even thinking I'm going to act like a faithful because I am one. I'm like, no, I'm going to ensure that they don't get a murder. So I just ran. I not want to blow one's own trumpet normally, but I did an extra. I went up twice more, one extra time than them. They're young lads, fit. They should, Rachel and Jade were both physically fit. So I just ran myself into the ground. Basically, I did a bid well. I just went until Terminator style, just until I just. Yeah.
And what's Miss Winkleman like as a person?
She's a legend. Yeah, she's very mystic in a good way. So you only see her. I only see her when you see her. So at breakfast, start the mission, round table. She has an air about her, and it's kind of cool. That makes the game. They play some music when you're in the round table called the hanging tree, and then the music drops, and you hear that on this. That actually happens, and you get this tension. That if I hear that music now, I get like a little, not a gag reflex, but and she walks in, and it's very dramatic for the players, if that makes sense, not just for the audience at home. Her appearing is always dramatic.
Oh wow!
So it's very much like she's in character all the time. You don't sort of see her like having a cup of tea in the sort of castle in the back afterwards, or no?
Don't see her. I don't know where she goes. I don't know if she's real. I mean, could be could be the Madame Tussauds version of her. She did look a bit more oaky this series.
The thing,
genuinely nice lady. Nice. She's sort of nice. Yeah, go ahead.
One last thing I want to ask about the Traitors. The scene that I don't understand, that no one picked up on, is when Rachel and Stephen were stood by that tree, the family tree. They're the only two, and then they said to, I can't remember who they said it to, can you just leave us alone a minute?
Reese. It was Reese.
And then Stephen just hung around outside, and he's the only person who hung, and no one I thought, are you blind? Unbelievable.
Yeah, I was too busy playing snooker. I wasn't watching for that. Sorry,
Yeah, unbelievable. That just made me laugh. I thought they absolutely got no idea. You could actually get away with murder on that program, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, in the semi-final, she turned round. I don't know if I think you were everyone was in the room, and in the semi-final, when you're all having a chat in the room, she turned round and she goes, "If I was a faithful, I was a traitor."
I was out by then.
Was you out by then?
Yeah, I was gone by then.
Oh, were you? Oh, sorry.
No, I wouldn't have picked up on it. I wouldn't have picked up on it, but no, I was gone by then.
She slipped up. I heard it, and I thought, "Hey, how's no one picked up on that?"
They won't. You can't show them. But I may have picked up on that because it did happen a few times. And I did say, "Did you just make a faux pas there?" And normally you can sort of tell if and Fiona did one, and it wasn't brought. But I'm like, "Oh, she did actually do one. It wasn't shown." And poor old Matty, bless him, walked into the room and said, "I think they will want to." And I forget what it was. He said, he was referring to the faithfuls. I was like, "Mate, am I putting pressure on you? Because you literally just referred to the faithful as they. Aren't you one of them?" He was like, "Oh," he just laughed. And every time I just looked at you, I'm like, "Yeah." He'd stop. He just laughed. He was like, "Yeah."
Right, I'm going to do some more comments because
Yeah.
get these through. Tony says, "Can DK release another statement at 9 a.m. Saturday, reconfirming purchase of the stadium?" Yes, that'd be good, wouldn't it? When was the last game that the panel could relax and thought we're better than these? Oh, you know what? I'd never think that. I never ever think that. You know, even when we were at QPR, that game, I know it sounds daft, but 4-0, I still thought we still need another. You know, yeah, Miles, I thought you said my wife's ass, says Covandy.
It's the accent.
Nigel Crass didn't know Jerry Springer was a Cov fan on the panel. Yeah.
Is that you, Claudia?
I'm thinking, who looks like Jerry Springer? Or not mind James's Doctor Who, says M. King. Yeah.
Oh, you know. Tom Baker. Yeah. David Tennant, close. Yeah. I live, you know, David Tennant, Broadchurch is the one I get because it's up the road for me. They film that in West Bay, which is about 40 minutes up the road. And I went there and didn't realise this had happened the first week of Traitors. And literally someone said, "It's D.I. Alec Hardy, aka Doctor Who." I'm like, yeah. And I happened to go, "I will find Daniel Latimer's killer for them." I can't. Well, I may as well. When in Rome. Sorry, the football. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, maybe not.
Blue. I was on every second counts with Paul Daniels in the 90s. Can I be on next week? You can if you want.
Yeah,
that's a sly dig.
Why not?
That's a sly dig. I like it.
Mark Franco, James, what's your most memorable moment as a Cov fan? They are.
Right. I mean, the unloved hat trick will always be unbeatable for me because that's the love affair. I think it's probably the 6-2 Highfield Road last game. I think that's just so fitted. A bit like the QPR. Everything went in that day, didn't it? You know, incredible. Everyone only remembers Andy Wing that day, but there's loads of other stuff went on. You know? I think the last Highfield Road game was beautiful, personally.
Mocon giving us a penalty.
Yeah, unbelievable. I think it's
and
got to be that
cheered.
One.
Everyone cheered. They all went, "Yes, go on, Mo."
Incredible. I think it's got to be that one. I can't think of anything that's beaten that, to be honest. No?
Yeah, there's been a few, isn't there?
But this season, hold that thought.
Cameron De Rossi says, "Claudio, will we have ex-players on your history podcast, Unlove Haji and Chippo?" Well, we've got one hopefully coming on soon from that era. So, and a really good one as well. Back to you, Miles. I suppose you need to talk about lineups, don't we, for Saturday and whatever. And
yeah, I just want to talk about the new signing actually.
Yeah,
Jack's given us some stats because Jack ain't with us tonight. But we've got some stats on Marcello. He's left-footed but prefers to play off the right, basically. So if that's the case, you got Sakamoto and Esse. How's he going to fit in? I don't know how he's going to fit him in there, because we've experimented with Esse with Milan, and it isn't really working, is it? Milan's not as comfortable as he is with Sakamoto, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. He's 5'11", nearly 5'11", 6 foot. Is our tallest winger. He's our tallest winger. So so far, Swiss League 25-26, 14 appearances from 22 matches, 2 goals, 3 assists, 2 yellows, 1 straight red. Well, we don't want any more of them towards the end of the bloody season, that's for sure.
He might be like Rafa Borges, like bring him on for next season, maybe. Could be that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
That idea, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he might play Esse in the 10, though. I think where Ridoni's not, he might actually play him in the 10, possibly. That's just a guess.
No, I think it's a great shout. I think a lot of people have been saying play Esse in the number 10 because Milan's more comfortable with Sakamoto. He's played, he only plays 50% of the minutes. So he's always being subbed off. Maybe it's a stamina problem with him. And then 2.2 successful dribbles per game and has second most dribbles across Europe this season, only behind Lamine Yamal.
Let's say we're dribbling over him then this season. Whoa.
No, you never know. You never know. We dribble over a lot of other players, but definitely not the defenders. But yeah, so that's about our new winger. Yeah, so going into Saturday then, let's come to you first, Vicky. No, we'll come to you second, Vicky, because I don't want to put you on the spot. Come to Claudio first.
All right.
That team Tuesday night, would you switch the back to?
Oh, that team on Tuesday night, I was happy with when he picked the team. This is the problem, isn't it? It wasn't a bad team. It was just a bad performance. You know, that team, any other time of the season, you wouldn't be that disappointed with that starting lineup, would you? But I would like to see, Tat start. I think he needs to start, just mainly because of Milan, because they just complement each other so much better. And it looks a bit. It's almost like Milan's not ready to play with somebody else in front of him. And as soon as Tats comes on the pitch, he's a different player. He's bombing past him again. He was quite reserved, I thought. He spent most of the time having to track back all the time because your man in front of him, Esse, he's not doing it, is he? So maybe he needs to go inside. Tats needs to play. Maybe BTA sits on the bench after what he did the other night, to be honest, because he was lucky to get away with that elbow. And you know, what elbow? And he's not really had many minutes, has he? Either. So I'll bring Tats in, Esse at the number 10. I think that will help out Milan, and hopefully Bobby and Kitch can sort themselves out because they need to get on it now. This is important. These last 17 games, whatever it is, got left now. That's what I'd go with. I wouldn't change it up top. EMC's got to play. Silva has to play. There's no real options there, is there? I mean, it almost picks itself unless they get this guy in. If they get this guy in from Brentford, he comes straight in the team as far as I'm concerned. He has to.
Yeah. Frank on Yeka.
Yeah, he has to come straight in.
Yeah, the tank. Frank the tank. Yeah. Vicky, what about you? I suppose you'd change Hadji for Sims in this game?
Not necessarily. I think at the moment, we've spoken before, haven't we? They're very, it's like a piece of paper between them, really, who you're picking. They're both sort of started to pick up getting goals and whatever. I mean, the problem on Monday night was the lack of any control in midfield, so we weren't really getting, neither of them were getting much decent service, so it doesn't really matter. That's what we need to sort out, just like what's going on in the sort of midfield and defence, and then get forward quickly, like we were early in the season. Early in the season, we were moving the ball about quickly, getting forward quickly, creating chances. We just weren't doing any of that on Monday night at all, and so like Hadji or Sims, I agree with Claudio. I'd bring Sakamoto in. I think that just works better. We've just seen that it just suits Milan better, and that's the stronger on that side. Then I thought Bobby Thomas just looked slow and off the pace on Monday, and one of that's just because he's been carrying a knock as well as his suspension. I don't know, but I mean, we've spoken before, haven't we, about just bringing players straight back in. And that is, I mean, I know that is not everyone's first choice, but it did a job in the last two games. And so was that the right choice to just rush Bobby back in if he's not quite fit, because he didn't look sharp. But now do you swap back or do you just leave it? It's all just. I mean, I think like Claudio said, when you looked at the starting 11, you were thinking, oh, that's decent. We're getting back to full strength. We've got some decent players to bring off the bench. It felt like quite positive, and then just the performance was the complete opposite, wasn't it? So I don't know. Like, you don't feel like there needs to be much changes. They just need to actually turn up and perform like we know they can do. So
yeah. I mean, James, that team news when it come out on Monday night, it was just before I was taking my lad to the train station to go over to HMV Empire to watch the game, and the team news come out, and I said to my lad, I fancy this now. And when you look at that team that started on Monday, you think that if we go to QPR with that team, you think it's strong enough to win that game, don't you, really?
Yeah, I looked at that team and I'm like, right, we're back on it now. That's our blip over. I think we all probably thought that, didn't we? Like, I couldn't think of a better starting lineup really available. You know, it's the old one, you might say. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock. That's the first time maybe a little bit worried. Like, it can happen a midweek game in 46 game season, but it's a worrying time for it to happen. I do agree with Sakamoto. I think he's got to be in. It's sort of, that was our most productive area, really. I know EMC's been really good, so it's kind of helped, but he can't do it every time on his own. And I think, Sakamoto's got to play. Possibly I would consider doing the thing he did at Preston, which did help when he brought Wolfenden in and did a back five, and it's obviously switches when you go forward. because it did. I know, and Hadji Wright was superb in that game. And he got the red card. It was clearly going to work, and I think it's a similar tight ground that the tactics against Preston North End worked quite well. I think it's just until it didn't. You know what I mean? But you can always switch it up. It might just to try and get to half time, without conceding would be a good start, and then maybe switch it up a bit. I would consider that maybe away from home.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't mind again if he just picked this, Sakamoto in, SA in the 10, as Claudio said, pretty much that. I think that would be my other option.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most sensible option, isn't it? That's your most sensible switch, isn't it? That is, to be honest, James. That Sakamoto with SA in the middle. Claudio said drop Asante because of what he did. He might try and do another one, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want another player missing 3 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe that is the right thing to do going into this game, to be honest. I think you've all got a valid point. I think it's absolutely superb. I think, Vicky, if Bobby is injured still, then it's the only sensible thing to do, isn't it? To swap him out and put Latty in, or like James say, try 3 at the back. Put Wolfenden in with Latty and with, Kitchen. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because you'd assume that he was considered fit enough to play, but he didn't look sharp. And whether he just needed a game to get back into it and maybe he'll be okay on Saturday. But, you're assuming that if he's playing, we've been told he's fit enough to play. And so, back 5. A back 5 away from home. We need something, don't we? Just to tighten up and try and stop conceding goals, just to get a run going again, just to sort of get that confidence. That's all we need, really. Just something
Even
good to just really get the confidence going again.
Yeah.
If we're going to draw, 0-0 would be like, I'd take it probably right now for the clean sheet bonus, especially away from home.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I want to talk about what's his name again? I forgot now. EMC, that's the one. My head's gone. EMC, Claudio. I don't know about you, but I prefer it when EMC gets the ball when we're halfway into the opponent's half. I don't like him picking the ball up on the halfway line and trying to run with it, because if he's trying to run with it that far, he seems to take too many turns or touches and then loses the ball. When he gets halfway into the opponent's half and we get the ball to him, he looks more threatening, doesn't he?
In fairness, Miles, I think that's where he's meant to be, half up there in their half.
Yeah.
I don't think he's meant to be anywhere near Jada Silva in our half. And his problem is he's strong, but he's not, I wouldn't say he's lightning quick, is he? So it's all about his strength. So sometimes if you've got that extra 25 yards to run into, he's going to get caught, isn't he? He needs to be in the final third so he can be dynamic in that final third. And then when he gets past the guy, make your mind up quickly, because he sometimes wants to go back over and he's trying to get onto his right foot, isn't he? And sometimes you think, put it in with your left foot. We just got to be quicker. I think that the goals have dried up because our decision-making up front have dried up. They're not as good as they were in the first half. We're not being positive enough. We're not moving it quick enough. We're slowing the game down for whatever reason. We've seen it in quite a few games. And I think that comes from losing a bit of confidence for some reason. We are the weirdest team in the Championship at the minute because we're at the top of the table. We've been there for ages. And I just want them to play like they're a team who believe they should be at top of the table. It feels like they don't believe they should be there.
No, like you say, Claudio, with with EMC, I noticed Grimes. It's crucial where he is. So when Grimes is 10 yards, people said that earlier about, I'd get that, the superfluous passing. Why did they do that? Like, I'm not a high elite football coach. I don't get that sequence of play. When Grimes is like further forward and not sitting back in the defence, they all seem to move up a bit further. Like you say, like Sakamoto's ready to pounce, EMC's further up. It's all about where Grimes is. He's so central to it. He's clearly a quality footballer. It's like if he sort of sits back too far, it almost brings them in a bit like a triangle. And it's like when he's further forward, they seem to go forward. They're already, if that makes sense. I know it's about possession, but we always seem better when Grimes is more proactive further forward. When he's sat back too far, it's like slow and laboured.
I think it's the biggest complaint of all City fans is why is he having to sit so deep when he doesn't need to? And I
But he
think that's
brings other
down to-
players back as well. It's weird.
Yeah.
They all seem to follow him because he's the captain. Maybe
Because
doesn't.
if he plays deep, it draws talk too far back as well. So everyone's starting 15 yards too deep, basically. And they need to play with that bit of drive and ambition and think we are better than you. We can beat you. They were doing it at the start of the season. They didn't seem to fear anybody, and we're getting through it. All of a sudden, they hit the heights, and it's almost like what are we doing here? It shouldn't be us.
Is the running that bad? Is the running like we've done Ipswich twice? We got Borough soon. You know, it's not a horrendous run, is it? You know, on paper, or is it?
Yeah,
or is it?
I mean, well, it's we say this and look at last season when we got to this stage of the season last year. We thought we've got the easiest run in here, and we go to teams that are trying to stay up, and we get annihilated. And you're like, what on earth's happened here? And it's the same again this season. I think we we've got the easiest run in. But we're coming up against Oxford. They're trying to survive. We've got Blackburn. They're trying to survive. You know, we're playing teams like that. And then you're playing teams around us that are trying to get into the playoffs. And you think, Christ, it isn't the easiest. This isn't the easiest running.
Well, I can compare it to Liverpool, yeah. So my uncle, a massive Liverpool fan, obviously he follows them. He says, I'm fed up with playing long ball teams. They beat us. We just need a classy. So in Europe, they're destroying people because people play against them. When you get Dyche ball booted over the top, they lose every week. So we almost need a classy football team to play against. You know, someone that's going to play well, not hoof it up to the big man. We need someone else to play and force us to play, like a Swan. You know?
But then is it a case? Then is it a case that we need a plan C, not a B, a C? So we end up having a long ball game, or you know what I mean?
Definitely. I know they on the throw-ins, they love that, don't they? That's kind of like our long ball game, if you will. But yeah, we do. Definitely.
But he was changing things around at the start of the season. We actually mentioned it on the show a couple of times where he changed the formation. But like on Tuesday, he just brought like for like on. He didn't change anything in a game where nothing was happening. Which is weird.
It was a Mark Robbins substitution, wasn't it? Like for like. We kept saying when Mark Robbins was here, it was a like for like substitution. How are you going to change the game? You know, you're bringing Eccles on when you're 2-1 down to try and bring the game back. Well, but you've took Torp off, or you've took
Wright went off.
Thomas Asante off, and Wright went off, and it's like for like. There was no
Wright and Sims been on the pitch like this year at all together. Like they played so many minutes in that season where they both scored like 19 goals each. They barely played together. Maybe let's see that option. You know, there's two undoubted goal scorers. It doesn't always have to be one or the other. Maybe to start, but not later on. Just get. I mean, do the maths. They're going to score. Some of them are going to score.
You're 2-1 down. You might as well risk it and try and get a 2-2 because you're losing anyway.
For sure. Well, if you do 3-1 because it goes wrong, it's no different to losing 2-1, is it? But if you win it, happy days, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just want to apologise to a couple of people. They mentioned I said Tuesday. Sorry, it was slip of the tongue. I know it was Monday, but I'm a day ahead everywhere. I thought it was Friday today. So yeah, sorry.
I'll be back in the castle, mate. I don't know what day it is. I no idea.
It's this 4-day week. That's what it is. It's rubbing it in.
That's what it is.
Today's Friday for him, so he thinks tomorrow's Saturday. That's what it is.
Does his butler have a day off, though? Does his butler get the day off as well?
Monday. Right, let's get some more comments in then, and then we'll do Spot the Ball winner, and we're going to wrap it up.
352 says Paul Sutton. With two strikers, can't be any worse than Monday. Paul Cuttiford. Slow introduction is the key to new players. What we don't want is 2 or 3 new signings starting. Leeds last 17 games last season, won 12, drew 4, lost 1. They're on 60 points at this point with only 2-point gap from Sheffield and 3-point gap from third place Burnley. Rob says Grimes is getting pressed too easily. No one else is sharing the load, taking the ball off the defence. What's wrong with Kessler Hayden playing on the left, and why no Wolfie? We don't know, do we? This is the thing. It's weird, isn't it? Grimes is getting marked. Even EMC is being double man marked. So somebody's got to be free, though. Whoever's free needs to show for the ball. It's simple. They need to be hungry.
We need a fit
Frank-
Radoni, don't we? Oh,
Well, yes, that's been the issue because he's come back
Yeah.
and he's been nowhere near last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hoping he'd come back and it'd be like brilliant, he's back, but it just hasn't happened.
yeah.
Which is why I'd be amazed if Brentford buy him on this form. Frank Wood,
Indeed.
PTA was being held and pulled all over the place by that defender all game. He just lost it for a second.
Won't stand up in court.
No, that's right. Rob says we won't go 5 at the back. It's brought all the wingers in, maybe same team. Tats for SA, and Eccles for BTA. Agree. Claudio says Steve Price. It's like we have imposter syndrome. Let's get that belief back. King Carlos says, who's I haven't read his comments out. He's not a fan of Traitors. Frank Lampard has to change formation if things don't work out like Norwich. And yet again, you're being reminded that it was Monday, not Tuesday, Miles. They don't miss a trick, our viewers, do they? They're straight
No, they
in.
don't. No.
They're very, very intelligent, our viewers are. Just put it out there. Frank Wood, close Grimes down and double up on Mason Clark, and we look average. Paul Stratton says, our midfield is non-existent, hence defence under pressure, attack, stop scoring goals. Midfield is a major problem. We spoke about this, didn't we, saying last week, saying it's our the games are won in midfield. You've got to take control of midfield. And currently we aren't. Mark says midfield will be sorted when Frank the Tank arrives.
Right on cue. Sort the midfield.
God, be great though. We need to mix the corners and throw-ins and be more creative. We are so predictable, says Jimmy. Yeah, they seem to be a bit naff at the minute.
You remind me like Sam McCallum. It was like the same. It's not working. I thought Bobby Thomas was better than Milan when he was out. Funny enough, I thought Thomas's throws were better. Weirdly,
the problem is, at the start of the season, I mean, the stats will say we scored more goals than anybody else from set pieces and throw-ins and stuff. But when they don't work out, when they don't work out, they look awful, don't they? That's the only thing. You know, the trouble is it all happened in that first part of the season. When we were a double man march, we don't look up and we look back, says Paul Cuttyford. Back to you, Miles.
Okie doke. Right, let's get spot the ball answer then. Have we got many correct answers, Vicky, do you think, tonight? Let's see.
15 people. 15 people got it right.
Wow, okay, brilliant stuff. So tonight you're going to get the chance to win then from Take Me Home Highfield Road, or his new website, To the Place I Belong, is this purple scarf and mug, retro scarf, beautiful. And if you don't win, you can head over to his website and you can order them tonight. And they do the brown scarves, sky blue scarves, purple scarves, and he's got a load of new stock coming through. He does jumpers, everything on there. So he donated the prize to us. So here we go then. Spot the ball. We've all had our guesses, and the winner is ball number 4.
Ooh.
There you go. Ball number 4. So that's your winning number tonight. So we got how many again? 19?
15.
Oh, 15. 15 winners. And we've got a spin the wheel. I think Vicky's going to get ready for us so we can get the winner up. And whoever wins it, if you message me tonight, I'll get it in the post for you tomorrow. So unfortunately, James, you didn't win.
It's all right, mate. I'm getting used to that. I'm the new Jonah. Yeah.
Right, we're ready
Here
to
we
spin.
go then. Ready to spin.
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we are.
Remember, when the fun stops, stop.
That's it. Oh.
Donna Murray.
Donna Murray. Congratulations.
Donna Murray.
You have won the Take Me Home Highfield Road mug and scarf. There you go. I'll pop some cards in there as well so you can order more stuff for presents or whatever you want. There
She's
you go.
just messaged me, Miles. She's got a wool allergy, so she doesn't want it. I'll have it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. She said send it to you. No worries. We'll get it sent over.
Donna Murray sounds like a 50s singer, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's got that thing about Donna Murray.
Yeah.
Donna Murray. Yeah. Live tonight on stage at the Hippodrome.
Got a ring to it.
So, Donna,
as opposed to Donnarumma, who plays in goal for Man City.
Hey.
So, Donna, if you send us your address to the email going across the bottom of the screen, info@skybluefans.tv, and I'll get that in the post to you tomorrow. If you live in Leamington, I'll bring it around your house tomorrow. So there you are.
Lucky Donna.
Get a little knock at the door.
You can't.
Frank Butcher, Butler in the Buff. No.
Someone's knocking at your door. Someone's
I wouldn't
ringing
let
the
him in.
bell.
Scarf or mug.
Very funny, very funny. Right then, so we've all had our predictions for Saturday. So I didn't say tomorrow, Saturday. Let's hope the Sky Blues can get at least a point. That's all we need, a point. That's all we need. We just need a point away from home, win our games at home. Happy days, and we're going to do it. I'm going to say we're going to do it. We are going to do it. We ain't messing this up. We are going to do it.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to do it. And James is going to be doing kick it for a ticket against Middlesbrough.
I believe so. They haven't confirmed it, but I think that's when I can get up next. So yeah.
Okay, rightio. So it's against Middlesbrough. Come and see me at a certain brewery. I'll be DJing if you want to come and join me for a pint.
Done.
So before the game, I'm DJing that day, so it should be a good evening down there. Vicky, you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, great fun as always.
Yeah, having one of your celebrities on from one of your favourite shows.
I know, it's been great. Thanks for coming on, James.
Claudia was not on Embarrassing Bodies. That's not nice. Sorry, Claudia. Sorry, that's naughty.
That's one of the worst programs. I've been told about it. It's not very. Yes, it's an awful program.
I can't think of anything worse. Like watching meat on a but no, it's not good there. Sorry, Vicky.
No.
Yeah,
it's a shocker, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sorry,
not.
that was very mean of me.
Claudio, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been good fun. It's a bit different. We don't normally veer off so much from the football, but it makes a change because we just thought it was miserable the other night. Let's just do something different. So, James, thanks for coming on, taking the time.
Oh, pleasure, mate. Absolutely, thanks for having me. Yeah,
I'm a bit like a bird of prey. As soon as I hear somebody could be a Cov fan, I'm there straight away. So, you know what I mean? So, and we gave you a lot longer than CWR did because I was a bit disappointed. You only seemed to be on there for about a couple of minutes.
I know. I did have to do the school run, but I did get up early, and I was like, yeah. I gave him half an hour, like 10. Oh, I could have gone back to bed. Okay. But yeah, no. Thank you very much for tapping me up, mate. It's been great. Let's do it again sometime.
Listen, you're more than welcome to come on and after you've watched the game. If you want to come on an after game show, you can come on and have your say from watching the game. Like Jonah does, and other people come on as well. So as soon as you've watched the game, you can come and join us for that. Or if you want to come on a Sunday or Thursday again, you're more than welcome. So thank you very much for your time. Absolutely brilliant, mate. And we were just gutted. We were just gutted you didn't win it. So
I've just got to read this out.
It was funny because I was team Traitors all the way. I was team Traitor all the way through. I wanted Rachel Stephen to win until I discovered that you were a Cov fan, and I was like, I've got to change now. I'm going to have to support James, and then you got that to team Traitors again.
Yeah, and then, I mean, if I couldn't win, at least they could let them win. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
I did say to her when I said, I know you're a traitor, but I kind of want you to win. Literally, on the way out, I shook her around and said, I know you are, but I want you to win.
I'll just read this out quickly. Rob Murray says she can't sing. Trust me.
Brilliant. Uncle Jonga says, bring back Chewy. No, not tonight. Trust me. It's driving me mad since I got home from work. I'm glad to get out here and have a show. So brilliant. But yeah, thank you very much again, James. Thank you, Claudio. Thank you, Vicky. Let's hope the Sky Blues can bring home 3 points on Saturday. But we'll take a draw. That's all we need is a draw. And then we go on to win at home next week against Oxford. We will see you. We will see you after the game on Saturday. I will be here and the team will be here as well. So hopefully you can join us then. And if you can't, join Ken on Sunday night. And Jonah from the USA will be here on Sunday night as well. So please join us for that show. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It is free. Like and subscribe on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. We're always posting stuff up, and it's absolutely brilliant because we're over 3,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. And then Monday night, we've got a transfer deadline show. That's going to be fun because I'm going to get Claudio to get an old newspaper out again. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. And the Sky Blues, we are still top of the league. Don't matter. Right. We're top of the league.
Yeah, Sky Blues.
Help Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.